21-yard return tackled by Jordan Whittington.
All right, live. Monday Night Football. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Happy to see you here. Fumble almost on the very first kickoff of the game. Rams have to have the ball here unless they fumbled the ball away. Let's make sure we have everything pulled up for tonight. Rams versus Falcons. See if Kirk Cousins and the Falcons can create a little more chaos before their season comes to an end next week. And then maybe the Cardinals can go grab him. That would be awesome in my opinion. Love that if that happened. Bijan Robinson going to get a carry for 1 yard. It's actually the Falcons who have the ball to start the game. A little bit mistaken on that. Welcome on into the game tonight. We are all set to get things going. Make sure my mic is working. I think my mic is working. Awesome. All right. All right, Robinson going to take a carry for about 2 more yards. Going to be 3rd and 7. Not very much for them on that first carry. All righty. Get up our analytics here. Had a really good weekend streaming 5 straight games. But now here we are for our 6th game in 3 days. Falcons versus Rams, Monday Night Football. Cousins going to drop back to throw on 3rd and 7. Going to let this one loose to the left side. Almost intercepted. That was a bit of an ill-advised throw. Incomplete. Falcons a quick 3 and out. Going to punt this football away. It's football time, Lane. What's up, Ethan? How you doing? Good to see you again. What's up, Rex? How's it going? Hope Atlanta wins. Want to see the Niners take the NFC. Falcons usually win after it doesn't matter for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they win. Exactly. They did it last week. They could do it again this week. You hope Atlanta wins because you want the Niners to take the NFC. I'm rooting for the Seahawks as far as NFC West teams are concerned. If I have the option, usually I go against the California teams. I'm rooting for the Seattle to take that division, and I'm hoping that they do well in the playoffs. All right, there's a flag here. I think that might be a block in the back or possibly a holding. Oh, man, this return is really good, though, all the way back to the 41-yard line. We're going to have to see what the flag is, though. This could determine if this is going to actually be a good return. Yep, it is going to be on the Rams. Everyone's backing up right now. Let's go ahead. We don't need the Santa hat anymore. But let's go ahead and get our, what is it? Let's see, the nice professional suit on. Might as well. I think this is going to be something I wear just for Cardinals games, but that'll be in the future. What's up, Sirkin? How you doing? Favored by 52% to win the championship in your league. Hope you get that, dude. Hope you get the championship and win it. And then you come back here. You tell us about how you won. I just won the last place week, the battle for last place. Whoever lost would get last place and have to do the punishment. I actually won. So I survived that barely. I got to get a better team next year. You got Bijan M. Pitts. He has Kyron. Okay, well, Rams with the ball here. Quick 3 and out for the Falcons. Rams on 1st and 10 with their first play. That is a handoff to Williams. He's going to get about 3 yards. You don't like the Niners, but you love the roster. Yeah, no, there are a lot of individual players that I love on the Niners. Just in general, don't like the Niners very much. So would love to see the Niners, individual players succeed. I like George Kittle, like Brock Purdy. Last night, I literally was rooting for the Bears, and then the Niners won me over in the middle of the game. Because Brock Purdy had that swag last night. I'm doing great today, Ethan. Hope everyone else is having a good night, too. Rams on their first drive of the game. Fake handoff, Stafford rolling right, looking to throw this football. Going to dump it deep downfield. There's nobody there. No one on the same page. It's incomplete. Going to be 3rd and 7 for Los Angeles. Hope everyone's enjoying their night. Here's my new LED board. Hope you're enjoying that as well. It's the 3rd day I'm using it. It's got our active score. Time left in the game, current down, and it shows where the ball is on the field. It's going to be a 3rd and 7 for the Rams. We've just started this game, so happy to have you here. And our grind towards 4K watch hours getting monetized on YouTube. 12 minutes and 32 seconds in the first. You're going to take that snap. Quick throw is going to be caught. Is that going to be marked a first down or just short? It was Mumfield. I have not heard of him all season long. This is going to be a very close one. They're going to have to use replay assist. They no longer bring the chains out to measure anymore. Always doing the replay assist anymore nowadays. Just like hated that Dodgers won the World Series, but happy Shohei won another one. I like Freddie Freeman, so I was happy for him. He's a good guy. But really, the Dodgers are my least favorite team in any sport. So I jeer them. I hate their success. I want utter failure for the Dodgers for the rest of my life, and then everything after that. But there are a couple players on the team that are nice guys, so I can separate teams from individuals sometimes. Looks like they're going to mark this ball short based on the replay. Challenge flag down by the Falcons. I think they were going to give him a first down, which is why he's having to challenge this one to see if they can go ahead and force a punt from the Rams on the first drive. All right, they're saying 4th and 1. They're using 4K cameras. I sure hope they are. I mean, that's the new technology. And the NFL has so much money. I'd be surprised if they weren't using 8K cameras at this point. Besides, you're stuck inside because of the weather. It's been in 20s all day. Feels like 8. Yikes. You live up in the north? Are you in New York or something? I know they're getting a snowstorm right now. All right, 4th and 1. Rams going to have to punt. We've had 2 punts to start the game. All right, the hold is good. The punter kicks that ball as far as he can. Going to be fair caught around the 35, and he will make the catch. Falcons will get the ball at the 35 to start their second possession when they come back from the commercial break. See if anybody can get anything going. All right. NFL, yeah. Hope everyone's having a good day. We could put the Discord link again in the it's been like 70s all last week here, but today felt like it was back in North Dakota. We've been pretty warm here all winter, and today it was in the 40s, so a little bit chillier today. Let's see. There's our question. Gonna get that up. Everyone can see that. And then I think that'd be good. All right. The Discord message's pinned. We had, let's see how many people we have in there right now. We need to change the official picture for it. I think I can do it right now because I think I can change the official picture for it. There we go. Let's see. We're on commercial break right now. Look at the server profile. Going to click on the picture. Going to go down here. Going to change it to the new cover photo. There we go, saving that. And they're coming back out of commercial break. Yeah, my voice is barely holding on today. I can tell. I just got here. Didn't have enough time to finish my Cardinals recap video, but I'll get that done today after I'm done with work. I mean, I finished all my work up, but I have to do the stream now. This is considered work for me as well now, but it's a fun work. Falcons with their second possession of the game. Going to toss this one out to Robinson. Going to try to get something on first down. He's going to get about 5, and that's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Atlanta Falcons. Got the Discord link pinned. Got our 2 new sexy looking banners. Oh, yeah, looking real nice. Looking real nice. There's a flag down. Going to be a false start on the Falcons. They're going to lose that 5 yards immediately. Falcons love committing penalties. They've been doing it all season long. It's just kind of what they do this year. Penalty, penalty, penalty. Going to be 2nd and 10 for Atlanta. In the gun is Kirk Cousins. Got Robinson out to his left side. Standing at the 30-yard line. Going to take the snap. Looking to throw. Pockets closing. Going to get this ball out. It is completed. That's going to be a first down. About a 13-yard gain to Sills. Falcons move the ball first down. I think that's the first down of the game for either side. There we go. Maybe the Falcons will win this one. Welcome in. We got 10 people here watching the game with us. Happy to have you here. Falcons with a first down. That was a completion for 13 yards to Sills. There's 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. We're just getting started tonight. Kirk Cousins under center this time. This has to be a run to Bijan. Looks like they're in a prime formation. Probably going to run him to the left side. Now he's going to fake it. Pressured immediately and going to try to throw it to Robinson on the check down. Not good. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. I'm trying to do the good job of guessing the play calls like Tony Romo used to do, but only right sometimes. That time I was not correct. This time on 2nd and 10, though, unless they're going to pass 3 straight times, you'd imagine they're going to hand this one off. That play did not go too well. Good pressure immediately through the offensive line. Number 65 on the O-line got beat big time. He had no idea what was happening. Pushed way back. Chargers aren't playing starters against Denver so far. Only ones I know of pulling starters. I'm sure more teams will do it. Little 2-yard pass completed to Algier or a run. It's going to be a 2-yard gain. They can make it a 3rd and long. About 3rd and 8 for the Falcons. Yeah, I'm sure more teams are going to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos also did it. Except, the Chargers could win the division. I'm not sure why they'd pull the starters. Wait, no, they can't win the division because they lost. Okay. Just reminded myself of that. Okay, yeah, it makes sense that they're doing it then. Any team going for the 1 seed, though, it would totally make sense for them to pull not to pull their starters. Try to get that bye week. Snap to Cousins on 3rd and 8. Good blocking. Going to get this ball out. It's completed to Mooney. Mooney's got it at the 40. Going to get it down to the 36-yard line. That's a first down for the Falcons in Rams territory now. They're wearing the red helmets and the black tops today with the white pants. Really clean-looking jersey. Love that red helmet for the Falcons. Rams in the blue helmet with the yellow horns and then the white top, white bottoms. Here in Atlanta today. Got server tag set up in Discord now. Awesome. I don't know what that is, but it sounds really cool. All right. Cousins looking to throw. Yeah, I know nothing about Discord if you haven't figured that out already. I know like the bare basics, but it's really cool that you guys got the football bot in there. Pass incomplete on first down. Going to be 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. That red Falcons helmet is so nice. I almost want one. I love the color red, though. It's my favorite color. All the Arizona teams are basically red, except for the Phoenix Suns. So I'm a big-time fan of red. And then I went to a school that was also red, Texas Tech, red and black. A lot of red and black teams love red and black. Falcons are red and black, and that helmet is sick. Handoff to Robinson on 2nd down. He's going to get out to the 29-yard line and make this a very manageable 3rd down. 3rd and short for the Falcons. I'm going to try to get in my zone on the play calling today and try to see if we can get some people in here watching the game with us. We'll see how it goes. But when I get really into the game, sometimes people tend to come and join and hang out a little bit more. You were the Golden Hawks? Cool, dude. All right, 3rd and 2 for the Falcons. In the gun, Kirk Cousins takes a snap. Look to throw this ball to the left side. Got a man open. He's going to complete this one to Sills all the way down to the 9-yard line, and the Falcons have a first down. Falcons moving the ball there 9 yards away from a touchdown. See if they can punch this sucker in. It is 1st and goal now. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Happy to have everybody in here with us. Hope you're having a great day. We are 9 subscribers away from our goal today of 1,100 subscribers. Come on in. Everything's free. All right, 1st and goal for the Falcons. Kirk Cousins going to go under center. Robinson in the backfield. Takes a snap at the 10-yard line. Going to hand this off to the right side as Robinson running this ball down, breaking his way down to the 2, and that's where he will be stopped. 7-yard gain for him. Going to be 2nd and goal. Just keep punching it into Robinson. That's the way to get it done right here. That'll get you the touchdown. I feel like right now they're having a little bit of issue stopping on the run defense here. Good blocking by the Falcons too so far in this game. I think if you get that going, Falcons could win this game. Falcons in the I formation on 2nd down. 2nd and goal. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Little toss out to Robinson to the right side. Very heavy blitz. Going to get him for a loss of 1. Okay, well, they saw that coming, but will they see a 3rd straight run coming? Or will the Falcons switch it up with a run-pass option? 3rd and goal for the Falcons. This is going to be around the 3.5. See if they can punch this sucker in here. Get custom emojis. I saw you guys put all the logos in the Discord. That's really cool. Really cool. I didn't know how to do that, but you guys are making it so much easier on me. Really appreciate it. In the gun formation at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal for the Falcons. Cousins going to take that snap. Looking to throw. Trying to find someone open. Gets the ball out to the end zone. Touchdown. Falcons caught by Bijan Robinson on the drag route to the right side. Robinson was just untouchable. It was man coverage for the Rams on that play, and the guy that was on Robinson had nowhere near the amount of speed to keep up with him. This may be the best running back in the NFL right now. Going to get the first touchdown on the board for Atlanta. We're about to see our Atlanta Falcons celebration on the LED board for all of you Falcons fans who are hanging out with us right now. And 6 minutes 11 left in the first quarter. Falcons have a 6-0 lead, pending the extra point here. 11 plays, 65 yards, 5 minutes 35 off the clock on that drive. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. That's going to make it 7-0, and we're going to flip our board. Falcons on the right side. They're the home team. Here's your Falcons celebration, and let's flip the board. There we go. We flipped it. All right, Falcons, when we get back from commercial break, we'll be on defense. Rams getting the ball for their 2nd drive. Really good drive from the Falcons there. Really impressive. Ender's Game Channel, where did you get the scoreboard? I got this scoreboard from Glance LED. And type it in here. Got it for Christmas. Company's name is Glance. That's how you spell it, in case I can't say it soundly enough into the mic. What's up, Ender's Game Channel? Happy to have you here. What's up, NCAA Sports Insanity? We're on commercial break, so you're missing nothing right now. We're just hanging out during the commercial break. No commercials here on this stream, and no sponsors ever. Let's see what we got on the poll. Rams, 17%, 6 votes total. 5 of you are rooting for the Falcons to win. Okay, you guys know what tags are. Go ahead and talk about that. Atlanta with a quick touchdown here on their 2nd drive of the game. Let's look at our stats so far, because the Falcons are in full control, considering that there were 2 punts and then the Falcons had a sustained drive for a touchdown. So right now it's going to be a little bit skewed towards them. We'll look at it again after the Rams' 2nd possession. But right now, Stafford has 1 completion on 2 tries for 6 yards. Williams only has 1 carry for 3 yards. Mumpfield, I didn't think you'd expect that. So far, is the leading receiver with 6 yards. Kirk Cousins has 4 completions on 7 attempts for 50 yards and a touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 6 carries for 21 yards. David Sills, 2 receptions for 33 yards. Those are your leaders for the Falcons on that first drive. Taking a look at the team stats right now, 73 total yards for the Falcons, 50 passing yards for them, 23 rushing yards, and a 5.2 average yards per play. They got 4 first downs on that drive, 3 for 4 on third down. They were 3 for 3 on that drive on third down. And they only have 1 penalty for 5 yards, a time of possession of 7 minutes, 17 seconds, and the Rams only have 1 minute time of possession. See if they can make that a little bit better on this next drive. Okay, so you're not a Falcons fan, but LA and you have beef. LA is in the city. Okay, well, I'm with you on that one. Down with LA teams. Down with the Dodgers. Down with the Lakers. Down with the Rams. All right. Back in the football game right now. Rams about to get the ball for the second time today. See if they can respond to the Falcons' touchdown. They are the better team. Their starters are playing tonight. And they're still playing for a seeding in the NFL playoffs this season. Ball going to be knelt down in the end zone on the kickoff. That's going to be a touchback. Matthew Stafford, MVP candidate this year. Kirk Cousins is a four-time Pro Bowl selection in 2016, 2019, 2021, and 2022. 15th all-time in passing touchdowns, 20th all-time in passing yards. Honestly, wouldn't be mad if the Cardinals picked him up next year. Would love for that to happen. Give him a year or two, be the starter, come in there, try to salvage it until we can get another young quarterback underneath him, have him mentor that guy. I think that would be the smart decision to make. They're clearly staying with Penix in Atlanta. Quick throw on first down by Stafford's going to be tipped and dropped. Great play by Ellis. Great play by the Falcons on that one right there. Going to be 2nd and 10 for the Rams. That was a really good play. That's a linebacker for the Falcons jumping up to make that play and tip that ball. There you go. You don't see linebackers getting up off their feet very often, but that guy did right there. It's number 55 for the defense of the Falcons. 6:06 left in the first quarter, 2nd and 10 from the 35. Stafford going to throw this football to the right side. He's got it. Incomplete. Looked like he was about to haul it in, but it is incomplete. It was on the hands of number 84 for the Rams. Could not hold on to that football. Atlanta, Georgia, what can't we do for you? What's up, Tim? Welcome in. How you doing? USA leads 6-4. Oh, and hockey? Oh, good for them. Awesome. I didn't know that was starting already. 3rd and 10 for the Rams. In the gun, Stafford going to take this snap. He's going to set to throw. Running out to the left side. Now going to pedal back, look to throw, and he's going to complete this for a first down. All the way out to the 45 of the Falcons. Steps out of bounds. That's a first down to number 19, Smith. 18 or 19 yards. Stafford looking like Kyler Murray on this play, avoiding the sack, then backpedaling, then throwing the football before getting hit. Really good play by him. Honestly, possibly the MVP of the season this year. Good little stiff arm by Smith to get a few more yards as well. Ball's at the 47 of the Falcons. Going to be a handoff on first down for about 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Believe that was Kyron Williams. Have to take a look if it's Corum or Williams. Looks like that might have been Corum. 2nd and 5 from the 42-yard line of the Falcons, trying to sneak their way deeper into Falcons territory on this drive. What's up? How you doing? You got a command for how charitable my Chargers are towards the division rivals, giving them a week 1 bye. Hey, pretty charitable stuff by them. Handoff on 2nd down. Got to make this 3rd and short. Gets a few on this one. Trying to respond to that Falcons touchdown. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Devontae Adams not in the game today. It's 3rd and 1 for the Rams. Can the Falcons get a stop? I bet you, based on the field position that we're in right now for the Rams, that they would go for this on 4th down. Doesn't seem like you're kind of on the edge of the kicker's range. So just probably go for this one. You got 2 plays to get 1 yard. All right, snap to Stafford, looking to throw. Going to complete this one to Puka Nacua for a first down, LA. Rams convert there, about a 10-yard gain. Herbo won't start Sunday. It's the World Juniors, Ryan. The Olympics start in February. Okay, yeah. I figured. That's what I was thinking. Anything else I missed in the chat real quick? Not really. Falcons fans feel like they pull off an upset tonight. I really think so too. I think the Falcons are gonna be really hard for the Rams to beat tonight, and so far so good. At the 28 of the Falcons, Rams looking to respond. 3:30 left in the first quarter. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Stafford's going to hand this one off. It is number 22. Gets 3, maybe 4. That's Corum again. They're not going to Williams as much as I would have expected. I was like really just making sure that was Corum, who was number 22. Because I figured that Corum's the backup behind Williams, but they're both used interchangeably in the offense. Williams is, in my opinion, the starter and a better running back. So it's interesting that they're using Corum more so far in this game than they are using Williams. Ethan, Herbert needs to get some rest, though, when you think about it. I think he's been the most pressured quarterback this season. He's definitely been one of them. Fake handoff by Stafford. Rolling out to the right, going to throw this to the tight end, number 87, for a 2-yard gain. There is a flag down. So we're going to have to wait and see what this flag is. Could be going backwards. It's actually down in the secondary from what they're saying. Could be against Atlanta. Atlanta loves committing penalties in the secondary. Their secondary, one of the most penalized secondaries in the NFL this season. Wait for the call here. Number 24 has been committing so many penalties the last few weeks. That's a face mask on number 36 on Puka Nacua. They're calling it illegal hands to the face, but honestly, they just missed a straight up face mask, guys. That was a face mask and a pull on Nakua's helmet. But hey, they'll take it, I guess. It's an automatic first down for the Rams. Got the ball at the 20-yard line, right at the edge of red zone territory. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Time is ticking currently. Rams, Stafford under center. Not going to hand it off. Looking to throw. Going to toss this one down to 84, the tight end. Going to get 4 yards on this play, down to the 16. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Rams. A lot of goals in that game, huh? 11 goals in hockey. That's a lot. I guess it is the juniors, so you're not playing with like NHL level goalies, obviously, but I guess there's a little more scoring in junior hockey. 2 minutes left in the first quarter, 2nd, and they gave him 5. Okay, I think it's 2nd and 6 in my opinion, but they're calling it 2nd and 5. Stafford is under center once again. He's going to motion a receiver, fake the handoff, rolling out to his left side. Going to try to get this ball out, and it's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 5. Ball still at the 15.5-yard line for LA. Can the Rams punch it in, or will they have to settle for 3? This play is going to decide that. Rams are either going to be the 5 seed or the 6 seed in the NFC, depending on how this game goes. They're already in the playoffs, but they will either be the 5 seed with a win or the 6 seed with a loss. A lot of Falcons fans in LA. Surprising to see. Actually, it is in Atlanta. Pass completed. It's going to be about 4 yards. It's going to be 4th and 1. Interesting decision here from the 11. Will the Rams go for this on 4th and 1, or will they decide to kick the field goal? Looks like Stafford's still standing on the field. See if the coaches wave him off or if they're going to do this. They could try to make him jump offside. They could. The Falcons are a heavily penalized team defensively. Or they'll just try to QB sneak this one, maybe give it to Williams, who is on the field. All right, Stafford's going under center currently. Williams, the running back in the backfield, and they're going to give it to him. 4th down. He is stuck for a 2-yard loss. What a play by the Falcons defense, and they're going to get this ball back with a minute left in the first quarter. What a play by the Falcons. He absolutely nailed Williams 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and the Falcons will take over at the 13-yard line. Woo! What a play, guys. All right. You guys follow up on all the sports, don't you? Super into all like the junior hockey too. I've never really watched junior hockey. We're on commercial break right now, everybody. You're missing nothing here, but liking and subscribing is free. Happy to have you here. We're on our 6th game of a marathon of sorts that we've had over the last 3 days of football that we've been doing on the channel. We'll get the Cardinals recap up by the end of tonight, but I didn't have time to do it before the game. Wanted to get it done before the game, had work to do. We do have our Flipboard score here, our new LED scoreboard. Hope you like it. Join the Askew crew. It is totally free and there are no ads on my streams. I'm happy to have you with me. Hope you had a good Christmas. Falcons doing better than most predicted so far. That's always how they do it. And Falcons fans were saying it all over social media. The Falcons play way better once they are eliminated from the playoffs. When they are eliminated from the playoffs, they suddenly start winning everything. That's what they do every year. They're the chaotic team. They create chaos everywhere they go. But luckily for the Rams, if they lose tonight, they're still already in the playoffs. It's just a 6 seed versus a 5 seed. They will be the road team, I feel like, regardless, because the 5 seed plays the 4, I believe. 6 seed plays the 3, so they'll have to travel either way. Yeah, I guess that means maybe it's either the Seahawks or the Niners that are going to win that division. Let's take a look. I think they play each other next week too. That's going to be a really good game. Let's see. I bet you that's a prime time. Oh, they've scheduled the game for January 3rd, Saturday, January 3rd at 6. That's Saturday Night Football. Next week is for the NFC West, Seahawks Niners. Let's actually take a look at the schedule. We're coming back from commercial break right now. We have games lined up for next week now. They got that done immediately after last night's games. Panthers Buccaneers will be Saturday at 2:30. We're going to call that one for sure. We also have Saturday at 6, the Seahawks 49ers. So 2 really good games on Saturday that we'll be here for. Oh my goodness, so 2 good games there. We'll go through the rest in the next commercial break. Gives us something to talk about. Rams after the turnover on downs, trying to get defensive and make a stop. Bijan Robinson with a 4-yard carry. DJ Humphries making his first start of the season. I think that sounds familiar. That name sounds like it's familiar. Was that guy a Cardinals offensive lineman? Because the result looked very similar on that 4th down play. All right, 2nd and 6 for the Falcons. Looking like they are playing a good game today. There's 30 seconds left in the first quarter, so we will have a commercial break pretty soon from now. Pass out on a dump off to Robinson. He's going to break a tackle, and he's going to get about 8 yards for a first down for the Falcons. That'll be the end of the first quarter in Atlanta. Atlanta playing better than the Rams so far today. There's a lot of playoff teams that were underperforming this week, though. So this is the final week, the final game of week 17. A lot of teams have been underperforming. All right, so like we just said, going to commercial break here. We don't have commercial breaks on the stream, and we never will have sponsors on our streams. Super glad to have you here. I mean, never say never, I guess, but I would like to not do that. Tom's getting by not doing that. Panthers Buccaneers Saturday at 2:30 Mountain Time. What a great game that's going to be to decide the NFC South. Then you have Seahawks and 49ers Saturday Night Football. It's so weird to say Saturday Night Football, but that's what it's going to be. Seahawks 49ers to decide who is going to take the NFC West. What a game. Both teams. You got 13-3 Seahawks, 12-4 49ers. Here's the rest of the games, though. You've got Colts Texans, 11 a.m. Sunday. You've got Bengals Browns, 11 a.m. That game has not got any sort of playoff implication. You got Falcons Saints at 11. Taking a look, you got Vikings Packers. Packers already in the playoffs. Vikings not going to make it. That's also at 11. You got Titans Jaguars. Jaguars already in the playoffs, but they may not win. I think there's still a chance that the Texans could win that division. The Titans would have to beat the Jaguars, I believe, though. So that may not happen. Titans just blew it against the Saints, I believe, this week. Saints now have 6 wins. Did not see that one coming. You got Cowboys Giants at 11. You got Cardinals Rams at 2:25 on Sunday. Of course, they got the Broncos at the same time slot. Cardinals and Broncos are my two teams. They literally always play at the same time, it seems. So it's really hard to stream both of them because one of them is playing when the other one's always playing. Then you got Chiefs Raiders at 2:25. You got 2:25 Eagles versus Commanders. Then also Patriots versus Dolphins. Lions versus Bears. Broncos Chargers. That'll be the big one for the AFC West. But actually, it's not for the AFC West. The Broncos got that. But that'll be a pretty fun game. Bills and Jets as well in the afternoon window. And then Sunday Night Football is Steelers Ravens to determine the AFC North. That's going to be a great game. And that'll set us up for some playoffs. We got all our primetime games this week, playoff implication primetime games. They knew what they were doing. All right, coming back out of the commercial break now. USA wins 6-5. Cool. All right. Algiers going to take the handoff on first down and 10. Going to get about 3 on this, and then there's a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play. Algier got 4 on this one. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Falcons at the start of the second quarter. So happy to have everyone here today. The only sport you really know anything about is football. I'm a big football, big baseball, and big hockey guy. I'm big enough to make channels for football and baseball, though, because I know the most about football and baseball. So those are my two sports that I like the most, I would say, and know the most about. 2nd and 6, Cousins under center, going to hand this ball off to Algier again. Algier's going to fight his way for 6 yards. This ball's right at the line. Going to be interesting to see if they give him a first down or not. Hope the 49ers destroy the Seahawks. Casey, yeah, you're really pulling for those Niners, aren't you? 1st and 10, they're going to mark it 1st and 10. Robinson's still standing on the sidelines. They may go Algier 3 straight carries here. It is 1st and 10 for the Falcons. 14 minutes left in the second. We just got started in the second quarter. Ball is sitting at the 35-yard line. Kirk Cousins going to go under center. Going to take the snap. Going to toss this one out. It's Algier again. Algier breaks a tackle in the backfield, then pushes his way for about 2, and that's where he will go down. We got 15 people here. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. 2nd down for the Falcons. 2nd and 8. Oh, they're saying 2nd and 7. Good for them. Robinson back on the field now. See if they give him the ball or if they try to pass. Kyle Pitts, this has been his breakout season. Haven't heard his name called yet today. Sills got 2 catches on that first touchdown drive for the Falcons, though. All right, a bit of an I formation here. Going to be a fake handoff. Cousins going to look to throw, getting pressured quickly. This is the first time Pitts will get a catch. He's going to complete it, get about 5 yards. It's going to make it a 3rd and short for Atlanta. 3rd and 2 for the Falcons. Driving the football down the field, seeing if they can shock the Rams with a bit of an upset win and end with some momentum going into next year. Kyle Pitts getting involved. It's amazing what you can do when you involve your active, athletic, really tall, really amazing tight end. Almost like if you throw to him, good things are going to happen. 3rd and 2, Kirk Cousins in the gun. Going to take the snap, going to set to throw to the right side. It is going to be caught by Drake London. That's a first down for the Falcons for a gain of about 3, just what they needed for the first down. That is the first time we've heard London's name. Pitts and London involved in back-to-back plays for the first time. You love hockey, but it's a lot to keep up with. That's why you commend you for streaming like this. It's a lot. It is a lot to keep up with. Yeah, but I've just been watching football my whole life. I know a lot about every single team, so it comes naturally after a while. It's like muscle memory. All right, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. 12 minutes left in the second. They've been driving and having sustained drives downfield all day long so far in this game. They've been controlling time of possession. Kirk Cousins is going to time out before the play clock is expiring. That's a bit of an early timeout for the Falcons there. So far, take a look at the stats after there have been basically 2 possessions for each team. Let's take a look at how each team is doing right now. They're headed to a commercial break during that timeout. Gotta hate that. 43 yards passing for Matthew Stafford. He is 5 of 9 tonight. Kirk Cousins is 7 of 10 for 68 yards and a touchdown. Blake Corum is 3 carries, 12 yards, is the leading rusher right now for the Rams. Bijan Robinson has 7 carries for 24 yards. Receiving, Xavier Smith has 1 catch for 18 yards, is the leading receiver right now for the Rams. And your leading receiver is still David Sills for the Falcons. But if you want to know the other stats, you got Darnell Mooney with 1 catch of 13 yards. Bijan Robinson, 2 catches of 13 yards. Kyle Pitts has 1 catch for 5. Drake London has 1 catch for 4. On the other side, Puka Nacua has 1 catch for 10. Mumpfield has 2 catches for 10. Smith has that 1 for 18. And Colby Parkinson has 1 for 5 yards. Take a look at the team stats after 2 possessions for each team. 107 total yards for the Falcons, 56 for the Rams. Passing yards also in the lead for Atlanta, 68-43. Rushing yards for the Falcons, 39-13 in favor of the Falcons. Yards per play, 5.1 for Atlanta, 4 for LA. Falcons also have 7 first downs to 3 so far, and they have the ball driving downfield. Time of possession, 5 more minutes for Atlanta. They're just going to make that bigger as well on this current possession. All right, still on commercial break, waiting to come back. See what happens on the next thing. How about to watch Canada destroy Denmark? Oh, yeah. You do with hockey, but having to keep up with videos and streams and stuff is what you meant as a lot. Yeah, it's a lot, especially with a full-time job. But if this was my job, it'd be a lot easier to manage all of it and make it happen. But I'm still making it happen with my full-time job. So one day we'll see if we can make this the job. It'd be pretty cool. All right, coming out of commercial break right now. Got a couple people wearing Miami hoodies in the stands right now. Kirk Cousins under center. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Atlanta 46-yard line. Kirk Cousins is going to take the snap and hand this one off. It's going to be a 4-yard gain right to midfield. Bijan Robinson. 2nd and 6. They're saying 2nd and 7. I swear, every time I say 2nd and 7, it's 2nd and 6. Every time I say 2nd and 6, it's 2nd and 7. Right now, 2nd and 7. Falcons are at midfield. About 15 more yards they'll be in field goal range to try to take a 2-possession lead. What's up, Liz? Hello, Askew crew. How's everyone's day been? Pretty good. Little chilly out here today. In the I formation, Kirk Cousins 3 yards behind center. Audibling the play a little bit. Sees they may be coming with a blitz. They are coming with a small little blitz. Bijan Robinson jukes a defender, jukes another one, breaks a 3rd tackle, but only gets 2 yards on all of that. The Rams are getting penetration in this game, but Robinson has been able to avoid that penetration all day long. There's been broken tackles by Algier and Robinson. The Rams, when they get penetration, are not able to get the tackle so far tonight. There goes the D lineman, straight past Robinson, and he ran upfield. Only able to get 2 on this play, though. In the gun formation, 3rd and 4. Kirk Cousins taking the snap. There is a false start penalty. I believe they're going to call this one on the Falcons and back him up. It's Wilkinson. Oh, man. Falcons just cannot afford to have penalties that cost them the game. It's been their problem all season long. 10 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second quarter. It will now be 3rd and 9. It's still manageable, and the Falcons have been converting on a lot of their 3rd downs this evening. In the gun yet again. They may still be running the same play as last time. I could see that happening. Takes the snap. Cousins going to drop back. Throws quickly to the right side. That is going to be incomplete. Miscommunication by Pitts and Kirk Cousins. Kirk seems upset, like Pitts didn't know what he was talking about. He's a little bit frustrated right now. You can tell. He did this whole thing on his helmet, and it'll be 4th and 8 for the Falcons. They will not be able to capitalize on them moving the ball downfield quite a bit. But they're going to try to pin the Rams down inside the 10. That'd be the goal here on a punt from around the 50-yard line. Good big stop for LA on this one. Punter ready to snap and hold this ball and punt it back to the Rams. Going to get it. Going to kick it. Good hold. Good kick. Fair catch going to be called for at the 12. Ball is caught. Rams will start with their third possession right there at the 13-yard line. Falcons could not capitalize, and now the Rams going to try their best to get the ball back and drive downfield to tie this game up 7-7. We got 15 people here hanging out with the Askew crew right now. 16 likes so far on the stream. So happy to have you here today. We are about to take down the Christmas lights. It's a big bummer. Commercial break right now, but you're not missing anything here. We don't have any ads or anything on this stream, and we never will. We haven't had a reason to flip the board for the second time. That's a bit of a bummer. But we had to flip a lot last night on Sunday Night Football. Those two teams, the Bears and the 49ers, went back and forth. Taking a look at the game last night, just to run through it real fast. I mean, crazy stats. Caleb Williams went 25 of 42 for 330 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brock Purdy, 24 of 33 for 303 yards and 3 touchdowns. And he had some major swag last night, juking people, passing the ball, hitting like needle in the haystack kind of targets. Brock Purdy was only 1 INT on the very first pass, but after that, he had basically a perfect passer rating. DeAndre Swift had 54 yards on the ground. Christian McCaffrey had 140 yards on the ground, and Ricky Pearsall coming out of nowhere having 85 receiving yards. That was a crazy good game. And it's going to be really fun watching on Saturday night when you come back over here and hang out with us in the Askew crew over here. Seahawks 49ers going at it again. It's 23, feels like 13 currently here. Ooh, that's crazy. What's up, Minimal? Good to see you again. 29 degrees right now, supposed to be 28 overnight. The game is going pretty well right now. Atlanta has a lead, and Atlanta looking to play spoiler to the Rams right here. Liking and subscribing is free, everybody. We got 18 of you hanging out with us right here. We are just 9 away from hitting 1,100 subscribers. We've been going for 4 months and really happy to have you here on our new NFL Sports channel. Join the Askew crew, guys. We're coming back at a commercial break right now. Last drive for the Rams was a turnover on downs in field goal range. They got aggressive, and it did not pay off. Kirk Cousins is right now talking to Kyle Pitts about that last play where they had a bit of miscommunication, trying to mentor him a little bit. That's what we need on the Arizona Cardinals. We need to go get him, bring him over to Arizona for a year or two. I think that is almost a necessity to get a veteran quarterback. If you're going to draft a quarterback or not, you need a veteran quarterback who knows how to have some success in the NFL. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Backed up a little bit is the Rams. They're going to hand this ball off on 1st down, and it's going to be about a 3 or 4-yard gain for Kyren Williams. It'll be 2nd down from around the 16-yard line. They have no starting left tackle tonight. He is out in this game. Going to keep an eye, see if the offensive line can hold up tonight against the Falcons, who so far are playing a pretty solid game. Falcons have been winning a lot in the second half of the season versus the first half, where they couldn't figure out how to close close games. They've been doing that a lot better in the second half of the season. Stafford is under center. Takes the snap, another handoff. Going to get hit immediately at the line of scrimmage and maybe gets a couple yards on that one. It's going to make it 3rd and 4 for the Rams and see if they can get this 1st down or if they'll have to quickly punt back to Atlanta. I agree. Way too cold, Casey. Way too cold. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. It is 3rd and 3, they're saying. See if the Rams will hand this one off or if they're going to try to do a quick dump out pass. We got 19 people hanging out here. Happy to have you. For the Rams and the Falcons on Monday Night Football. Quick snap out to Stafford. He's looking to throw. Can't find anyone. Going to throw towards the middle. It is going to be intercepted by the Falcons. Running back to the 20. Running back to the 10. To the 5. Beats his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons have taken a bigger lead on a pick 6. That was number 3 of the defense. Jesse Bates III with a pick 6 interception for the Falcons, and they're going to take a 2-touchdown lead over the Rams. Ball went over the head of the intended receiver and right into Jesse Bates' arms. That means we get to flip it here, guys. 1 flip. 1, 2, 3. Waiting for the PAT, and we will flip it even further. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter, and so far the Rams doing what the Bills did yesterday and are shut out so far. No points for the Rams so far in this game. All right, waiting for the extra point. See if we'll have a 14-0 lead. Kick is up. And it is good. 14-0. Rams have the lead. What a start for Atlanta, everybody. What a pick six. Rams going to get the ball back again because of the pick six after the commercial break. Hop back over here. Let's take a look at that. I mean, now Matthew Stafford has 5 completions on 10 attempts for 43 yards and 1 INT. That pick six was a big deal. I mean, they're going to get the ball right back, though. But, hey, he completed a touchdown pass just to the wrong team. Let's take a look at the player stats. I want to see the defensive stats. I don't think there's been a single sack yet in this game so far. Yeah, no sacks yet in the game for the defense of either side, but that pick, first big defensive play of the game. And yes, again, it was Jesse Bates for those of you Falcons fans watching right now. Yeah, Rams going to get that ball back. What else we have going on around the league right now? Well, we're on commercial break at the moment. Buccaneers have to beat the Panthers. Absolutely have to beat the Panthers to go 8-9. If the Buccaneers beat the Panthers, both teams would be 8-9. And that division would have 2 teams at 8-9. I think my wife is home because the dog's going crazy. Should have unlocked the door for her. Darn it. Hope everybody's having a good night. Let's take a look at the other cool games. I mean, they really did a good job setting up the games for next week. Saturday at 2:30, Panthers, Buccaneers for that division. Seahawks, 49ers, Saturday night for that division. That's 2 great games right there. Then they stuck Ravens and Steelers at Sunday Night Football next week. That's another great game. This is our final Monday Night Football game of the season. Final one. All of our games next week are Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, 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 Sunday. All Sunday and Saturday, 2 games Saturday, a bunch of games Sunday. 3 determining division winners, 2 playoff spots being determined by those 3 primetime games we'll see on Saturday and then Sunday night. Coming back out of the commercial break, just the 27th career interception for Jesse Bates. Pick sixes, few and far between for defenders. Gotta love that he got that pick six. And Atlanta has a 14-0 lead on the Rams with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. All right, kickoff is away. Going to be caught and returned from the goal line out to the 20-yard line, out to the 24. That's where he will meet a bunch of Falcons, and that's where the Rams are going to start their next drive. 1st and 10 for LA. They turned it over. They had a punt, turnover on downs, and an interception on their first 3 drives. You want to do better than that. That ain't going to cut it. Packers and Vikings Sunday at noon. That'll be a big one. Debating whether or not I'll call any of the games on Sunday morning, but I probably will. We'll keep the marathon going next weekend because it's the final week of the season, might as well. And I'll call a more obscure game. Probably going to call the Panthers, not the obscure, but I'll probably find a game. We'll see which game. I'll pick it in the next commercial break. 1st and 10 at the 25, looking to throw. Going to complete this pass out. That's number 84, Parkinson's. It's going to make it 2nd and 5 for the Rams. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Time's really trickling down. My goofy wife is home. Oh, she's looking at me right there. He needs a little walk. He went. We did the hour-long walk. That was the last walk, actually. But yeah, it's fine. It's about time. It's been like 3 hours. All right, 2nd and 4 for the Rams. Again, I said 2nd and 5. They're saying 2nd and 4. They're like, no, Ryan, you are incorrect on your call. Going to hand this ball off. This is Corum this time. He's going to get about 1 yard and immediately get stuffed. Going to make it 3rd and 3 for the Rams. 7.5 minutes left in the first half. LA trying to get something on the board in the half and not have a goose egg up there. Next snap will be taken probably around 7 minutes left in the second quarter. It's been a fairly quick first half so far. We've been going for about an hour. The stream's been going for 55 minutes. So that's how long the game's been going because we started at the very beginning of it. And we are ticking down quickly towards the half. Stafford looking to throw. Going to pass this ball. He's got a man open, and he's going to complete it. That's complete to number 18. They're going to say he was down on the ground. This is crossing midfield, about a 20 to 25-yard catch for the Rams. A lot of guys who I haven't heard from all season long making the catches. Puka's been quiet so far this day. No Davante Adams tonight for the Rams, and Puka Nacua has been pretty silent. We'll have to take a look at who number 18 is. I've not followed the Rams enough this season to know, but I'm trying to see the name on the back of the jersey for those of you who are interested in knowing who it was. That is Ferguson who made the catch. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Just like that, a pretty big play. Good throw by Stafford, and they're at the 40 of the Falcons moving the ball. Handoff on 1st down. Going to be a broken tackle at the line of scrimmage. Then he gets met by more Falcons for a gain of 1 to 2 yards. That is again Blake Corum. They're using him a lot more in this game than Williams. I said Willems. Last stream of 2025 as well tonight, unless you decide to stream something else, that is. Yeah, it is the last stream of 2025. I'm not going to stream my fantasy punishment because I'm not going to lose. I actually won that punishment battle between the bottom two teams, and now I'm the second to last team in my league. Snap to Stafford looking to throw. Passes this ball to the left side. He's got another man. Is he going to complete this pass to Nacua? It is caught by Puka Nacua down at the 4, depending on what this penalty is right here. Flag is down, waiting to see what the call is. That was a deep pass, maybe a 36-yard completion, but Puka's running all the way back. Illegal formation on the offense. The Rams squandering a 36-yard pass completion to Puka Nacua with a penalty. Oh, man, you hate to see it. Davante Adams rolling his eyes. That's the left tackle who's the backup left tackle for the injured starting left tackle for the Rams, and that it's showing right there. This is his first start of the season. You got to expect he's got to be working out a few kinks in this game. That is one of them right there. DJ Humphries. It's DJ Humphries, dude. I remember him with the Cardinals. I swear that guy was with the Cardinals for a while. This is my first year streaming NFL games, but that guy sounds like he's familiar. Handoff going to go for 2 yards on 2nd down. Going to make it a 3rd and long for the Rams. Derek's been pretty quiet. I know. I'm not trying to get him too involved, though. He gets a little bit nervous. I'm trying to focus on trying to get the football, focus on the football for all the casual people coming in here to hang out. Try to add some new people to the Askew crew here, showing my commentary skills. Blake Corum going off to the side, limping heavily. They're going to take a look at him, but that means Williams is going to get all the carries and all the touches probably at running back for the time being, because Corum is getting looked at by the training staff right now. They're down at 11, going to be a screen pass to the left side to Nacua, but he does not hold on. It slips right through his arms, and it's going to be 4th and 11 for the Rams. I don't think they're going for this one. They're going to probably try a long field goal, I would assume here. Try to take a look at the Blake Corum injury. Looks like it's an ankle injury based on the play. Right ankle injury for Blake Corum right now, and they're looking at it. He seems like he's in a lot of pain. We'll see if they brace it up. 22 likes pretty soon here. With one more like, we'll hit 22 likes on the stream so far today. Punt is up in the air. They're going to not actually go for a long field goal. They're going to try to pin the Falcons back, and they're going to succeed in that down to the 1. What a punt. What a play by the special teams unit of the Rams with 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter. The Falcons are trapped against their own 1 to start their next drive. Time to make coffee and warm up. My winter go-to is hot chocolate. That's my go-to. Right here, right now, we got 12 people hanging out with us during this commercial break. Here's my new LED board. Hope you're enjoying that to keep up with the game. Hopefully my commentary is good too. Happy to have you here today. I'm thinking I might use Derek in some of my videos for some comic relief for some of my videos as well. I also I'll use him sometimes in the stream once we build up a bigger audience as well. But I don't want to just be talking about Derek too much and then getting new people to just like run away and go to another stream because they're like, wow, these guys are goofy. These guys are weird. I want it to be goofy and weird, obviously want people to enjoy having fun hanging out and goofing off here. That's kind of the vibe I want to go for, but I've been winning a lot of people over with my good NFL commentary. I want people who come in real quick and try to like give me 30 seconds of my time to hear my good football commentary. But I'm definitely gonna be using Derek a lot more in the videos as comic relief. I think that's where we'll start it, and then we'll start working him into more stuff as more people get to know him, and he becomes a big time fan favorite for everybody watching. Also, Steve the 8-Balls, I've been using him a lot more, though. I've been using him for a lot of questions. A lot of people have been having questions about the game. Yeah, so what if we're weird? Literally, my last name's Askew. I can't be normal. We've been using Steve the 8-Ball on a lot of the streams, though. A lot of people have been coming in, asking some questions from time to time, and we've been using him to see, what's going to happen. He was right yesterday about the 49ers game, so we should see if the Falcons are actually going to win this game or if they're going to blow it. You should build a Derek versus Steve channel lore that constantly evolves. Hey, someone else could build that channel. They could make a channel with Steve and Derek lore. I'd be happy to have someone make a channel. If you guys wanted to make a channel, I only have enough time for the 2 channels I'm going to be doing, baseball and football. I don't have time for a third channel right now. I have 0 time for that. But if someone wanted to make a channel for lore about Steve and Derek, please be my guest. If someone wanted to make a channel for stream clips or KindaAskewSports stream clips or something like that, that would be something that you're welcome to do as well. Oh, we got a bot in here. Do your thing, mods. We finally got a bot back in here. Have not had a bot. Literally didn't get a bot at all yesterday. That's our first bot in like 48 hours. Trying to do a QB sneak on first down here. Not going to have any success are the Falcons and getting very far there. Maybe a half yard further away from the goal line. Bijan Robinson right now standing on the sideline. We had back-to-back bots. Wow. That's a double bot attack. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Atlanta from their 1.5 yard line. Cousins is under center. We'll see if they do another QB sneak or if they try to hand this one off. I think they're going to do a handoff. They will hand this one off to Algier. He's the big power back, and he's not going to get anything on this down. Maybe a quick punt here. Bot be gone. What's up, Warhorse? Welcome in. It is 3rd and 8. They've gotten 1 yard on each play. See what they call on this one. See if they can get a first down. Bijan's telling Algier to leave the field. He's coming in real quickly. He showed those clankers how the 5.0 first handles things. Heck yeah. Use a blaster or a rocket launcher. Those cool blue lasers out of there. Blasters. I like the blue ones better. The blue, I don't even know what it's called. What comes out of the gun? Is it a bolt? 3rd and 8. Delay of game for the Falcons. Oh, man. Ball is half the distance to the goal now. Delay of game. You hate to see it, guys. That's going to knock the ball from the 2 back to the 1, and now 3rd down. It's going to be really hard. Blaster bolts. Okay. Hey, someone in here told me to watch Andor season 2. I started episode 1 of season 2 last night. So far, so good. Love it so far. 3rd and 9. Looking for a handoff here. They're just going to try to give the punter some room, I guess. Take some time down. This is going to tick the time down to the 2-minute warning unless the Rams burn a timeout. So far, no timeout. That was only a 1 yard gain. Punter's going to be backed into the back of the end zone for this punt. Going to need some good blocking. This will take us to the 2-minute warning in the 2nd quarter, 10 seconds away from that. But no timeouts by the Rams to try to salvage more time. And the Falcons aren't going to snap it. So it will be about 1 minute and 50 seconds when the Rams get the ball back to try to salvage any amount of points here in the 2nd quarter. Headed to the commercial break for the 2-minute warning in the first half. Always a 2-minute warning commercial break, regardless of what's going on. We have a 14-0 lead for the Falcons right now. We will run through the stats at halftime, so stick around for that. They're called laser blasters. Yeah, I know the gun's a blaster, but it was like it's not a bullet coming out, but they said laser bolts. So, yeah, right now, really good game for the Falcons. 14-0 lead. They've been controlling the ball defensively, have the pick six for a touchdown. They have a 4th down, turnover on down, stop. They have been running this. They've been running this game so far. If they had played like this all year, who knows? They would be in the playoffs right now. We got 15 people hanging out. Come join the Askew crew. Subscribing and liking is totally free. Join our brand new NFL Sports channel, your new favorite NFL Sports channel, as the brand new banner. Go check out the new banner on my channel, everybody. Just made it last night at this morning at 2 a.m. Made one for the second channel, for the baseball channel as well, KindaAskewSports 2. Everybody go check out the new fun banners. They're nice and crisp and clean. I think they look great. But yeah, commercial break right now. No worries. You guys are missing nothing. So far in this game, Matthew Stafford has 76 passing yards. Kirk Cousins with 68 still. Weren't able to do anything on that drive. Robinson has 10 carries and has been held to 32 yards. Whoever was going up against Kyren Williams in fantasy right now, Sirkin, I believe it was, probably feeling pretty good right now. 4 carries for 8 yards for him, and he has no receptions. So he's got 0.8 yards in fantasy. 0.8 points in fantasy right now. So whoever is going up against Williams in their championship, that's really great. Okay. Captain Rex, you seem to know a lot of lore. What do you think was the hardest battle the 501st were a part of? Umbara? The banner's super fancy. Thank you, Minimal. I appreciate it. Love that wood background. It looks amazing. I'm going to get the Cardinals post-game disappointing recap up tonight after the stream is over. I'll get it up sometime tonight. Everybody go check it out when it ends up getting up. 4th and 7, looking for the punt here. Punter's feet right up against the end zone. This is going to be a real tight punt here. This is dangerous for the Falcons. Ball's going to be snapped from the 2. Punter holds it, gets the football, and he gets it off. That's a great punt, way back to the 35. Going to be returned for about 12 to the 47 of the Rams. Rams going to try to get some points on the board before halftime here. Then we're going to take a look at some of the matchups we have for Week 18 of the NFL season and some of the implications for Week 18 of the NFL season after we get to halftime. Oh, I remember that, Rex. I watched those episodes. That was the toughest battle for them. One of the coolest set of episodes, too. 1st and 10 for the Rams from the 47. Throwing the ball deep to the left side downfield. It's got double coverage, and this ball is intercepted, but they may call defensive pass interference here. This is an interception as it stands right now, waiting for the flag and seeing what the call is. I think this is going to be against the Falcons defensively, but let's see if they do a push-off. They might call it push-off OPI on the Rams, and this may be on the Rams. Offensive pass interference. It was double covered and intercepted. That's the 2nd interception of the day for the Falcons off of Matthew Stafford. Pass interference, offense number 19, and the Falcons get the ball back just like that. 1 play later. This is crazy, guys. Holy cow. Caden Ellis was the safety coming over to help on that play. Oh, actually, Ellis was one of the linebackers. He went back covering that guy deep downfield. He was the original guy on him, and then the safety came over to mop it up and got the interception. 2 interceptions for the Falcons. They've controlled the first half, and they may end up running the clock out. They're going to hand this ball off to Robinson on 1st down. He's got free room. He is gone. Robinson to the 40, to the 50, other 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Bijan Robinson. The number one back in the NFL strikes again. Number 31 of the defense, absolutely loving it on the sidelines because he made that happen. One play, 93 yards. Bijan Robinson makes it a 20-0 lead for the Atlanta freaking Falcons. Oh my goodness, what a game. Atlanta with their game of the season right now. I guarantee you the Rams are going to rest their starters next week now against the Cardinals regardless. We got another Falcons celebration on the LED board over here. I haven't gotten to Siege of Mandalore yet, Rex. Kick is up. It is good. It is 21-0. The Falcons having their best game of the year right now, and they are winning 21-0 against the Rams. That means it is time to flip it, guys. It's almost like if you play like this all season long, maybe you would be in the playoffs right now. Poor Falcons. It's 21-0, though. They're not poor today. Whew, commercial break. Rams going to get the ball back again. Been a lot of possession changes in the last couple of minutes, and we got a lot of commercial breaks as well because of all the scoring and the 2-minute warning that we had. But man, the Falcons are putting on a great performance right now. I don't want to change any of the colors in my room at the moment. Not really rooting for anybody necessarily in this game, but I'd say if I was going to pick a team I'd rather have win, it'd be the Falcons. We just had our nice kind of pinkish purple and a blue light over here. Nice calming colors. But there's nothing calm about how the Falcons are playing this game today. Your friend Matt is probably yelling at the Rams losing right now. There's been a lot of playoff teams underperforming this week, as we were saying. Let's take a look at we got Panthers-Buccaneers. That's going to be a crazy game. Looking at the Panthers' last game, Panthers against the Seahawks, they were basically shut down by Seattle completely. Bryce Young went for 54 yards passing. I gave him a compliment the week before, and this is how he thanks me with 54 yards. Dowdle held to 59 yards. Jalen Coker was the leading receiver with 2 catches for 16 yards. Smith and Jigba had 72 yards on 9 receptions. But looking over here at Teteroa McMillan, had 1 catch for 5 yards. I mean, really rough day. But that's going to be a big game if the Panthers and Buccaneers, if the Buccaneers win, someone in the playoffs will have an 8-9 record, which is going to be the team that probably gets bounced in the first round of the playoffs, most likely, in my opinion. I think the flamethrowers are the worst because, you have to be really close to someone, and if you're really close to someone, you're probably going to get shot. Bijan Robinson with a 93-yard carry for a touchdown on 1 play on that drive. And let's take a look at how many yards he has on the ground now. He has 11 carries for 125 yards because of that 93-yard rush and a touchdown. Ball goes out to the 25 for the Rams. 1:23 left in the half. Can they get anything to salvage this first half right now? If I'm the Rams and we go into halftime down 21-0, I am bringing the backups in to start the second half. And I'm going to play them for the last game and a half of the year. Might as well keep your guys fresh going into the playoffs. The Packers didn't listen to me, and then look what happened to the Packers. Bunch of injuries for them. All right, taking the snap, looking to throw. Is Stafford going to complete this out to Nakua? About 7 yards on that one. Going to make it 2nd and short. They're trying to move quickly. They're in the 2-minute drill right now. Down to about a minute. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Pass going to be completed, first down. Out to the 48. 2 quick completions. That one is Smith. First and 10 for the Rams. 50 seconds left, clock ticking. It's 49, 48, 47. They're trying to get in formation. 40 seconds left, a lot of time ticking off the clock right now. Stafford looking to throw deep down to the left side. Incomplete. The receiver was running out of gas. Players getting tired on the field right now. A lot of deep routes to the left side today for the Rams. None of them have been completed yet by the Rams. This game is making me want Kirk Cousins so much more, man. He's such a good game manager, such a good quarterback. He's not one of the best quarterbacks of all time, but he's such a good quarterback. Such a reliable guy. Honestly, let's go get Kirk Cousins in the offseason, Cardinals. All right, timeout defensively for the Falcons with 35 seconds left in the second quarter. The Falcons have led in the NFL in sacks and interceptions by rookies this season. They've had a lot of really good new guys on that team. Did you guys hear me? I think the flamethrower unit's the worst. A lot of big games. Packers playing the Vikings. A lot of big games next week. Cardinals playing the Rams. Rams probably will not field any starters in that one. It'll be interesting to see if the backups can beat us, though, because I think there's a possibility of it. Oh, man, Matthew Stafford on second down is going to get sacked out to the 26, and he is pissed. It looks like he's down. I was actually around the 35. No timeouts being taken. This may take us to the half right here. Yeah, that'll end the half. They're just going to take their losses and go ahead and take this to halftime after the sack. It's been a horrible half for LA. They're going to head into the locker room right now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 0. Halftime is among us, guys. The Falcons are playing like I wish the Cardinals were playing to end the season. They're all playing with heart. They're all playing with emotion. They're playing like they want to win and that they want to be there. And they're all having a great time. It's the exact, complete opposite of what the Arizona Cardinals locker room and what the Arizona Cardinals players are acting like in the end of the season. And that's exactly what I'm talking about when I say don't hang your head. There's the score at halftime. Atlanta leads 21-0. Don't hang your head. Don't stand around. Don't quit on the season. The Falcons right now are proving what you should do. Play hard till the end of the year. What's up, Laura? You're nervous. You're up 16 over your opponent in your Super Bowl, and they have Puka. So far, he's been completely shut down. I think you're in good shape right now, unless the Falcons completely blow it. Falcons are one of those teams that are known for blowing it. Hopefully they don't do that for you right here. All right, let's run through our halftime stats for all 14 of you hanging out with us. Since we are at halftime, Matthew Stafford and the Rams, 9 completions on 17 attempts for only 96 yards in the first half. He had no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he's been sacked 1 time. It was the final play of the half where he got sacked. His quarterback rating is a measly 30.1. Horrible QBR. This could hurt him in MVP conversations. Blake Corum, 6 carries for 18 yards, 3 yards average per carry, and his long was only 5 yards. Kyron Williams had 4 carries for 8 yards. Xavier Smith is the leading receiver right now for the Rams. I bet you didn't have that on your bingo card. 2 receptions for 30. Terrence Ferguson is in second place with 1 reception for 27. Puka Nacua, 2 catches for 18 yards. Colby Parkinson, 2 catches for 11. And Mumfield, 2 catches for 10. So we've been spreading the ball around pretty well on the LA side of things. But Puka Nacua been held pretty quietly. They got to wake him up if they're going to have success in the second half. Bad throwing today by Matthew Stafford. Let's go to the Atlanta side, though. 7 completions on 11 attempts. 68 yards through the air. He's been very efficient, though. They haven't needed him because Bijan Robinson has been doing all the work. 1 touchdown as well for Kirk Cousins. That touchdown throw went to Bijan Robinson, who has 2 catches for 13 yards. He has 11 carries for 125 yards. The long was the 93-yard touchdown rush. That is his one touchdown on the game. Tyler Algier has 5 carries for 17 yards. David Sills is the leading receiver with 2 catches for 33 yards. Darnell Mooney has 1 catch for 13. Kyle Pitts with 1 catch for 5, and Drake London 1 catch for 4. Got to wake those guys up, and you'll have an even better second half. All right, those are your stats for the half between the Rams and the Falcons so far. Falcons win. They're 7-9 and ending the season with some pride. They're playing very hard right now. Let's see what we got in the chat at the moment. Anyone else find it odd that you never see the Stormtroopers' face in any of the movies? Don't know if they are even human. I think they've been trying to point out that, all of the Stormtroopers throughout the entire time of the Clone Wars they were clones. They were like exactly looking like Jango Fett. And then after that, after the Revenge of the Sith movie, they started phasing out the clones. I know the lore behind this stuff. They started phasing the clones out at that point. And we'll be back in 9.5 minutes for the second half. Be sure to stick around and come back for that with us as well, or hang out with us while we talk about some other stuff. They started phasing the clones out at the end of the Revenge of the Sith movie and moving to more human soldiers for the Empire, the beginning of the Empire. And they started getting rid of the clones, and the clones were treated like dirt. So they treated the clones really poorly after that. And then a lot of them ended up homeless and all that other stuff. That's the lore behind it. And then they started using human stormtroopers. So stormtroopers now are just a bunch of different humans. And I think they don't show their faces because if they show you their face, they'd have to pay the person a lot more money. And so they just choose to not show their faces in all those shows. Yeah, they're all extras in the shows. That makes sense. Atlanta leads at halftime 21-0. I went to Arby's today. They have the meats. All right, here's Derek with the halftime show. He's wiggling around. We got 8 minutes before the half starts up yet again. And Derek just wants to say hello. He wants to let you know that he hopes you're having a great day, and he hopes that you are feeling happy and that you ate some good food today, especially you, Liz, with your chili cheese dogs. He also told me earlier that he is getting slightly addicted to pain pills, and we're going to be working on that in the future. It's probably why he has only 2 teeth left in his mouth, and everything else is just gums. Gums also looking a little swollen there. You sure you don't have some gingivitis? What's that? Oh, he's telling me he does have a bit of gingivitis. Darn it, dude. That's going to be a big dental bill. We got so much going on over here. We got so many health problems with this guy. We got to really get him some help. What are you saying, dude? What are you saying? What's that? You want to go bowling this week? Bowling? Oh, get out of here. Bowling can be fun sometimes. You can't even hold the ball. The ball's heavier than you are. You want me to throw for you? Okay. I've never had a problem at the dentist office. I haven't had a problem at all at the dentist office. I like the dentist personally. I have only had 1 cavity back here, though, in my entire life. So that's probably why I don't mind the dentist. He's going to slowly move closer as the game goes on. And suddenly, if people come back, they'll be like, oh, crap, that's creepy. He's getting closer. You can also peek over the top of the scoreboard if we want. Hey, it's good to go to the dentist. It's really not that bad, guys. Have you guys had some horrible experiences at the dentist? I hate going to any procedure that knocks you out and puts you under. That's where I get scared. I'm afraid I won't wake up from it. Because I had a bad experience when I got my wisdom teeth taken out with wisdom teeth surgery. I had to get all 4 teeth taken out, and then they had to put me under, and my blood pressure dropped so low they were afraid I was going to die or something. So they I was asleep for 3 straight hours. I had the best sleep of my life. I didn't know what was going on. I was asleep the whole time. And then when I woke up, I was like, wow, that was a great nap. But I had the gauze in my mouth and stuff. But there were 2 nurses looking at my blood pressure reader, and they were like, oh crap, should we tell? I remember waking up and one of them looked at the other one and was like, should we tell somebody? Should we tell somebody about this right now? It's getting pretty low. And then I was like, what's up, guys? Hello. And they took me to my car so that I could drive home after that. No, My mom was in the car. But yeah, no, I'm afraid of any procedure where they put you under. I've had really great experiences at the dentist, though. Haven't had any bad experiences there. Got a really nice dentist, too. I like when they put the little good tasting fluoride to whiten your teeth in your mouth. Pretty yummy. I haven't had any root canals or anything, though. I only had one cavity they had to fill. But the dentist is one of the most pleasant doctor experiences that I've ever had, and I don't mind going there at all. I'm a physical therapist though, so I'm also not opposed to going there. That's fun for me. Like going to PT appointments. PT is really fun, guys. If you ever need PT, try to find a clinic that isn't like a people mill. If you ever need PT for anything, because those aren't as fun. And there's not, go to a clinic where you get one-on-one treatment or one-on-two treatment at the most. Don't go somewhere where there's a therapist working with 4 people at once, because that you don't get good quality service there. They just throw you up on a bike or a treadmill, and then they put a hot pack on your back or something and call it good. But the hot packs and the electrical stimulation, that's always kind of fun. All right, let's see what we got in the chat. Chili dogs was a good night and breakfast and dinner. Eggs and sausage sandwiches. Liz, if you were cooking for me, I'd be a happy person. I would never ever even wonder what the next food was, because you'd have all the food ready to go, and I would be a happy boy. You know, like the dentist, avoid the dentist like the plague. Yes, favorite SpongeBob episode. My favorite one. Ooh, I think it's the episode where they performed at the Super Bowl. Essentially, that one's, you can't beat that one. My second favorite one is when they compete in the Krusty Krab games. That's my second favorite SpongeBob episode. Yeah, Casey. Yes, they should tell someone. They should have told someone. I almost died at the what's it called? Dental surgeon? What? I don't even know what it's called. The mouth surgeon. But I felt great the whole time. I will say it didn't hurt or anything. I was taking a good nap. One where SpongeBob works at the Chum Bucket's your favorite? I don't remember that one. I think it's funny because isn't that the one where he has back and forth with the robot though? Plankton's wife or whatever. Sounds like you might have a reaction to anesthetic. I might have a reaction to those things that put you under, which makes me terrified because my uncle passed away because of a colon cancer. So I'm gonna have to probably get a colonoscopy sooner than later. And I'm 31, and they have to put you under for that. I know that might be TMI, but they have to put you under for colonoscopies. And I've heard it's really routine stuff, but they put you under, which is terrifying to me. So I'm like, I want to get that done to make sure that I'm healthy down there and all in my bowels and stuff, make sure that it's healthy. But at the same time, I don't want to like have the stuff they put you under with be bad for me and hurt me or something. Appreciate it, Rex. Karen is Plankton's wife. Yeah, the robot, the robot lady girl. Yes, that's the one where the robot still refused to work. The hash slinging slasher, that's a classic, dude. When you do SpongeBob episodes, you got to do like a top 5 SpongeBob episodes. You can't just pick 1 or 2. Let's see if I can think of another SpongeBob one I like. You had sinus surgery and was told you had the sensitivity to anesthesia and need to inform every surgeon of that before. I'm afraid, Casey, that we're going to be back in this game in like the next 4 or 5 minutes for all you people hanging out. So just stick around. I'm afraid that if I say to the doctor, I've had some experiences with anesthesia that were too strong and my body reacts kind of weird to it, so please go easy on me. I'm afraid I'll wake up in the middle of the procedure and freak out or be in terrible pain or something, like that Hayden Christensen movie where they were operating on him, but he was still awake. And then his, like, inside your head, you're like, it hurts so bad, but he can't tell anybody because his body's like shut down. That's like a nightmare of mine too, but I don't think it would hurt that much with a colonoscopy because they numb the whole downstairs mix up is what I like to call it. So I'm 31 right now. They usually say wait till you're 40 to get a colonoscopy, but I'm probably going to get one in the next like 2 to 5 years. I'm going to get one definitely in the next and before I'm 35, I'm going to get one. because my uncle had it, like I said, didn't get checked ever, and he ended up having bad colon cancer. So I do not want that to happen to me. Luckily, he's not my like mother who's had a couple and she's healthy. And then my dad's also had a couple things removed, but he's 60. A couple of the polyp things they call them. He's had a couple removed, but he's 60. So he's been pretty healthy for the most part in his colon. My mom's also been pretty healthy as well in her bowels as well. So, and she's had a lot of health problems, but not in that area. So the doctors say that they think it bodes well for me, but I'll probably get it one a little bit before they tell me to. I'll get a gastroenterologist to go check me out down there in the next 2 or 3 years just to give me some peace of mind, because that peace of mind is really important. If you're ever stressing yourself out so badly about something, just go get something done. Get it done, get your peace of mind, because stress can also lead to health problems. But I haven't been stressing about it very much recently. I've been pretty healthy as of late, so. But yeah, no, in the next year or two, I'm probably going to get one of those done to get that colonoscopy handled and get that peace of mind to make me feel even better about the situation, hopefully, and be all good to go. All right, we're back in this game. Rams going to return this kickoff. Broken tackles a couple. Going to get a really good return out to the 45-yard line of the Rams. That's where they're going to start this drive. Good start for them in the third quarter here. The forbidden entrance. Yes. When you woke up from the surgery, from the only surgery you ever had was hilarious. The only effect you had was you could eat the whole cow. I was also pretty loopy from that wisdom teeth surgery. I was just I almost sounded like I was hammered when I came out of it. Was talking all sorts of nonsense. You were eating the cow during surgery? Stafford's going to go down on the first play of the second half with another sack, number 54. What a year number 54 has had on that Falcons defense. I've been noticing him moving around. It's Douglas and the Falcons with a great play defensively. You had a great uncle that had colon cancer when you were like 8 or 10, and your aunt passed away when you were 12 from skin cancer. Sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah, my uncle's passing was pretty hard on me for a little bit. I wasn't very close with him, but still really sucked. The whole thing. My mom was heavily involved with trying to help him recover and help him through the process, and it was not fun. 3rd and 6. 14 minutes left in the third quarter. Anytime you go to the dentist, let's see. I want to make sure I don't have a question. Do you do aqua therapy with the kids you see? I don't, because I go to their homes. I go home health, so they don't have pools or anything. I love aqua therapy. One of my favorite forms of PT is in water, but I don't ever do it myself. I just do home health for the children I see. So I go to their home, do some fun stuff with them, play some games with them, and disguise it as a game when it's actually therapy. All right. It's going to be 4th and 6 after an incomplete pass on 3rd down. The Rams are going to punt this football. A quick 3 and out unless they keep Stafford on the field. ESPN Analytics say go for it here. ESPN Analytics are dumb, though, because I don't think you should go for it here. They're at the 49 of the Rams, their own 49. In the gun formation is 4th and 6. This is a big play to start the third quarter. Heavy rush is going to be thrown, and it is completed to the 30, down to the 20, down to the 15. That's where he's going to get out of bounds, and that is Smith again. So the go for it. What do I know, right? ESPN Analytics said go for it. They got it. It's a first down all the way to the 15. They're now suddenly in the red zone. Anytime you go to the dentist, they have to put you under or heavily sedate you. Otherwise, you're a total prick that prevents them from effectively doing their job because you can't sit still. I can't sit still either for long periods of time, but at the dentist, I haven't had any issues right so far. All right, Kyron Williams going to run into a wall after about a gain of 2. Going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Rams. You don't remember having eye surgery, but you had a wisdom tooth removed, all 4 of them, 3 days before Thanksgiving 2019. That's the worst time to get it done, Lane, because then you can't eat anything on Thanksgiving. Oh, no. Dorless, who just got that sack to start the third quarter, is down holding his left knee right now. Tell me one of the turf fields is not struck again on an ACL. They're going to head to a commercial break because of that injury, but hopefully Dorless is not injured heavily. He was sitting down, holding his left knee. Hopefully he's okay. All right, we're on commercial break. You're missing nothing here. Subscribe to the channel. We are 9 away from 1,100 subscribers. That is our goal. Would love to have you join the Askew crew today. No ads on the streams ever. We are brand new here. Happy to have each and every one of you here, you lovely bastards. We have had 273 people come hang out with us today, and we are at 18 watch hours currently, so we are about to blast through our goal of 20 watch hours for the stream. Hopefully get to about 40, but if we get more people in here, hell, we'll get further than that. I think the goal for likes would be 25. I think that'd be a pretty good amount. Let's take a look at our poll. Who are you rooting for in Monday Night Football? 24 votes, 67% of people. I know math on 24 votes. Let's take a look at what that would be. 16 people voting for the Falcons and 8 voting for the Rams on who they're rooting for tonight. Coming into the stream with us. All right, try to catch up on the chat here. You guys are having a nice conversation down there, it looks like. Seems like the Rams took a page from the Packers playbook, and the Bills took a page from the Bills playbook as well. The nitrous is glorious. I loved the morphine when I had my knee dislocated and I had to go to the ER, and they had to pop that sucker back in. I didn't even feel it. Last thing I remember is them straightening my leg out with zero pain, and I got a really good nap out of that too. All right, back from commercial break. Dorless it is a turf injury, looks like an ACL. I've seen this as a physical therapist way too many times with these turf fields that I'm starting to hate. Sure, they look pretty. They don't need any maintenance. But Dorless just probably tore his ACL. They haven't reported it, but looking at the way his left knee buckled on the turf, that is either an ankle or it is a left knee ACL injury for Dorless. That'd be a big loss for the Falcons, but luckily they aren't worried about the playoffs this year. Smith's going to catch this ball and get absolutely leveled at the line of scrimmage by 31 of the defense. Third down for the Rams. They are really close to scoring, but they need more than a field goal, that's for sure. You have to get a kid's dose of nitrous because you guess you're just sensitive in general. It's like you're floating. You love it. Hey, man, if it makes you feel good, that's great. As long as it's not dangerous. I've never had nitrous, actually, at any doctor's office or anything, though. 3rd and 7. Stafford getting pressured, trying to throw it, and he's not going to get the ball out. He is sacked again. This time, no Dorless involved, but that Falcons pass rush still getting to Matthew Stafford. Ryan, they gave Luatnam. He was funny as heck. Yeah, fentanyl is no joke. Absolutely. We can't, let's not talk about, I can't say that word actually too much or they'll probably take my stream down. But no, that's, we have a family friend who was married to a guy who was addicted to that stuff. And he was crazy. I don't mess with that stuff, man. That's something, no, that's not okay. All right, they're going for a field goal after the sack. It's a 35-yard try. Kick is up. It is good. The Rams are on the board now. No more goose egg for them. So we do have a reason to flip it again. This time it's going to be a mild little flipping to 3. Boom. There you go. That's your updated score. The LED scoreboard will update shortly after, and the Falcons do hold them to 3. They're going to get the ball back after this commercial break right here. Hope all 17 of you are having a fantastic night. Like and subscribe to my new NFL channel. Happy to have you here. Got a lot of amazing video ideas coming up for the off season. A lot of Cardinals videos, a lot of non-Cardinals videos, a lot of fan reaction, funny videos for each team in the NFL. That's what we're going to do as one of our series in the off season. There's 32 teams. I think if I post every other day, it'll take 2 or 3 2 or 3 months to get all those videos out. Is that why Derek looks like that? Derek looks like that. No, he's addicted to pain pills. Used to be addicted to some pretty bad stuff, but no, he's chilling now. He just is. We live in Colorado. It's legal to smoke weed here. He gets way too involved in that stuff, man. He's popping edibles. He's smoking so much weed. He's got sativa. He's got the indica. This guy, he's always high, dude. There's not a moment I've been around him where he doesn't smell like a blunt, dude. He's literally Snoop Dogg, the Snoop Dogg of sponges over here. How funny would it be if Atlanta loses again when they are ahead? 28-3. If they score another touchdown, we'll see if we have another 28-3 situation. The Falcons, I empathize with the Falcons considering the Cardinals blew it in their Super Bowl at the last minute when they had a lead. The Falcons blew it in historic fashion in their Super Bowl, and we could have both had Super Bowl wins, but instead neither one of us have won a Super Bowl. I kind of empathize with them for that. Let's see. Snoop Doe Double G. More like Snoop D Double Derek. If Atlanta wins today and win in week 18 and Tampa win against the Panthers, who will go to the playoffs? If Tampa wins next week, it's going to be either Tampa or Panthers who go to the playoffs. But I'm not 100% sure actually about that game between the Buccaneers next week and the Panthers. Let me click on it real fast because I would like to also know myself. That'd be a good thing for us to do during the commercial breaks. Kickoff going to be returned by Drummond to the 32-yard line. And there is a shaken up player by the Falcons. See if he'll be able to work his way off the field. Seems like he'll be fine. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Let's just look real quick. The Atlanta Falcons have already been eliminated from the playoffs. Let's take a look about the Panthers' playoff chances. Panthers have the best chance of making it, but they blew it this week. Breaking down the Panthers' playoff scenarios. We'll go into that after this drive. Falcons in the I formation. Bijan Robinson going to get the handoff. He's going to break some tackles in the backfield again, and he's off again. Another big run for Bijan, crossing midfield to the 36-yard line. What a play by Bijan Robinson. He's headed towards 200 yards on the ground in the third quarter, and he nearly broke another 70-yard touchdown run. It's never easy in the NFC South. With both the Panthers and Buccaneers losing on Sunday, the door is open for chaos to reign. For the NFC South's division title and lone playoff berth, the Panthers lost 27-10 to the Seahawks to fall 8-8. Buccaneers are now 7-9 after falling to the 20-17 Dolphins. If the Panthers win at Tampa next week, they'd win their first division title since 2015 by having an overall better record. If the Bucs win and they have an identical 8-9 record, Tampa Bay would advance by having a third tiebreaker edge in common games. All right, we're going to go through more of that in a second. Handoff again. 3-yard gain for Robinson, with one potential complicating factor involved. The Panthers are 3-5 in the games against the NFC West and AFC East, while the Bucs are 4-4 in those games. The Panthers had wins over the Rams, Dolphins, and Jets, along with losses to the Seahawks, Bills, Patriots, 49ers, and Cardinals. The Buccaneers beat the Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals, and Jets while losing to the Patriots, Bills, Dolphins, and Rams. Handoff to Robinson again from the gun. He's going to try to find some room. He's going to fall after a 2-yard loss. And it's 3rd down for the Falcons. If it gets to that point, the Panthers' Week 2 loss to the Cardinals on the road will loom large since the Panthers have a 6-4 to 5-6 edge in conference record, which is the 4th tiebreaker. Of course, the Falcons could still complicate things in that scenario. And again, it's the NFC South, and we can't discount that. If the Falcons 6-9 win their final 2 games of the season, There's a flag here on this play. It's going to back up the Falcons even further. If the 6-9 Falcons win their final 2 games of the season against the Rams Monday and then Week 18 against the Saints, they could force a 3-way tie atop the division with everyone staring at 8-9 records. If that happens, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head among the 3 teams. In that instance, the Panthers would win because based on sweeping the Falcons to give them a 3-1 mark in those games, while the Falcons and Buccaneers split their games, leaving the Bucs at 2-2 in that scenario. So the Falcons could make it where the Panthers have a better chance of making the playoffs, personally, is what it's looking like here. If they win this game and then the next game, that's better for the Panthers. But if the Buccaneers win next week and there's a tie between the Buccaneers and the Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers and the Panthers, then the Buccaneers get that original one. But if the Falcons win out, that makes it where the Panthers in a 3-way tie it would be a different tiebreaker scenario, and the Panthers would make it in. So it's a very complicated thing. I hope you were able to follow any of that. It's a very complicated scenario for the Panthers right now. All right. Zane Gonzalez, former Cardinal kicker, going to come in for a 56-yard field goal attempt for the Falcons, and he nails it. It's going to be 24-3 Falcons. So that win scenario for the Falcons that we were talking about is looking better and better by the minute, as long as they don't blow it. But they are the Falcons, and you can never expect the Falcons to hold a lead. Commercial break in Atlanta. We are not ever having commercial breaks here. Falcons was way rougher of a loss. Ryan Mitchell, totally agree with you. The Falcons Super Bowl loss was much worse than the Cardinals Super Bowl loss. But to me, the Cardinals one was worse because I'm biased. Lions and Cardinals and Bills and Falcons, I think the Titans are the teams without a Super Bowl win. There are more. There are actually a lot of teams without a Super Bowl win. We just went through the playoff chances for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Panthers, so now we know that. But let's look at teams without a Super Bowl. There's more than what you said, I believe. Teams without a Super Bowl win ever. You've got the Arizona Cardinals, the Atlanta Falcons, the Buffalo Bills, the Carolina Panthers, the Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, Los Angeles Chargers, Minnesota Vikings, and Tennessee Titans. That is 12 teams in the NFL that have never gotten a Super Bowl. Indica couch, yes. And sativa is the uppity one. And then there's hybrids as well. And if the Cards would have won, I would be a Cards fan. Thank goodness you dodged that bullet. Lions and Cards and Bills and Falcons. I think the Titans, there were like 3 or 4 years ago, I contemplated completely switching off of the Cardinals as a fan and becoming a full-time Broncos fan only. Just because of how garbage the franchise has been for so long, I actually contemplated it. And for a minute, I was about to do it. Then I thought, I decided not to do it. Rams are washed. We'll see. We'll see if they have a better performance next week. The Falcons just do this at the end of seasons. This is just what the Falcons do. The next Falcons game doesn't affect it. It looks like it affects it a little bit just because there's a little bit of a different tiebreaker that they're using. Hey, bro, you're doing great work, man. We got a collab. Dinos, thank you. I appreciate it, man. You're doing great, brother. Appreciate it. Falcons are playing for something to screw over the Rams' first-round pick. Sounds like a cool idea. Let's see. Some teams haven't even been to the Super Bowl, let alone win. Jags never been to one. Here's a fun fact. It's cool you're a Cards fan. That makes you different on YouTube. It does make me, that's one of the reasons why I like being a Cards fan. There's really not many people talking about the Cardinals on YouTube. And the one guy who is seems like a bit of a douchebag. That AZ Cards fan guy, AZ Sports fan guy that was telling us to quit spamming his chat when we rated him. Instead of actually being thankful that we rated him and being happy about it. Actually, we didn't rate anybody tonight. Sorry about that, guys. He was upset that we were rating him. And then I looked at the video he posted after the Cardinals game, and he started the video like this. Like he did some sort of weird little, like such a scripted thing here, trying to look like he's cool or something. I see right through that stuff. Anyways, it was cringe. Yeah, shots fired. That's right. With a water gun. Big one, too. Big, giant water gun. We soaked him. We soaked him wet. All right, back in this game, 1st and 10 for the Rams from the 35-yard line. Ball's going to be handed off here. 4-yard gain. Give me 2nd and 6 for the Rams. 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Rams down 21 right now. If the Cards go 16-0 for the next 15 seasons, they still won't have an all-time winning record. Thanks for the reminder, NCAA Sports Insanity. Or no, Bills always screw themselves. Oh, we got another play happening right here. 2nd and 6. Matthew Stafford under center. He's going to look to throw this ball. He's going to check it to the running back who's going to get a first down. All the way down to the 48-yard line. Rams first down, moving the ball downfield. No, Bills always screw themselves over. That's why they feel sorry for them. That's why I feel sorry for them. They don't feel bad for anyone else who loses. Oh, that was shots fired. I was shooting shots at that other guy, but I see Liz is shooting shots at the Bills again tonight. She's got an entire trebuchet of fireballs firing over at them. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Stafford looking to throw, gets pressured, avoids the pressure, and then checks this ball down to the feet of Kyren Williams, who does not catch it. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Well, that's what happens when you need sponsors from betting companies, LOL. True, Ethan. Perna does betting companies, and he's a good YouTuber. Yeah, Perna's not an ass. He's not an asshole. He's a good guy, and he's Tom's best buddy on YouTube, and he makes good, fun videos that are funny. He has a good sense of humor, and he is sponsored by Prize Picks. And he tells people that that's just what he's doing to help support his family. But, if you don't want to bet, he has no problem with that. Like, he's not trying to make people get into bad situations. It's just more of a moral thing for some people who don't want to do it. I totally understand it. If people don't want to talk about it, that's totally fine. I'm going to be one of those people who I'm going to choose other brands. I'm not ever sports betting myself, so why would I use a sports betting brand myself? 9-yard gain for Williams is going to make it a short line to gain here. Like, if you like sports betting, great for you. I don't ever do it, so why would I have them as a sponsor? I also think that it's getting kind of out of hand with all the sports betting ads. You guys come armed with fireballs for the Bills. I look forward to it every single week. Well, Perna he is a bit of an asshole. I mean, he's a sarcastic asshole. He's like the Deadpool kind of asshole. You already have aggressive and crippling depression for Cards games. I try to only save that for Cards games, though. Pass on 3rd and 1 is completed down to the 24. 26, actually. I thought he was going to lean to the 24. It's Parkinson on the catch. Rams with another first down to the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. 5 minutes and 30, and the clock is ticking in the third quarter. Looks like Stafford got the play call. He's going to relay it to his offense and then get up to the line. Yeah, Perna's a good YouTuber, though. Yeah, and Perna has like 800,000 subscribers. That AZ Sports Fan guy had I think it was 8,000 subscribers. We're going to blow past that guy so fast. I'm looking forward to that so much. We're going to annihilate that guy in subscribers, dude. Pass to the left side is going to be a touchdown by Stafford over to number 18, Ferguson. And the Rams have a touchdown. They are on the board a little bit further, making this a 14-point game. We got another reason to flip right here. LA with a passing touchdown. 10-24. We flipped it. Hope Casey's watching. Hope that Minimal's watching as well, because we just flipped it. 16 people hanging out with us right now. Come join the Askew crew. Happy to have you here. All right, headed to commercial break. It is 24-10. The Rams just made this game suddenly interesting. We're going to see what happens here. Alrighty. Perna's bigger sponsor is his own products. He has a coffee brew. Yeah, F the Refs is his coffee brew. He's got some merch as well. And he's also got another thing, I think, not just that coffee. He's got another thing as well. I forgot what it is, but do you think the loser of the Ravens Steelers game fires their coach after? I really think the Steelers I think they like their relationship with Tomlin. He's been such a consistent winning coach that I don't know why you'd fire him. Also, John Harbaugh, I guess I could see them firing him, but he's another one of the best coaches in the NFL. If either one of those guys gets fired, though, I'd love for Arizona to go pick them up as our new head coach. My concern is that we're going to keep our coaching staff for one more year, though. But I don't see a reason why either team should fire their head coach. I would see a reason for Baltimore maybe a little bit more than Pittsburgh, in my opinion. I feel like with Tomlin, you've earned tenure at this point. You're making the playoffs every single year, no matter who your team is. If you got Mason Rudolph at quarterback, if you got old Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback, doesn't matter who it is. You're winning. You're a winning team or an average team with that. Just get him some players, man. Get him some really good players. I don't know. I like Mike Tomlin quite a bit. Jeff Saturday is a good coach for y'all. I don't know. I think that might be not a big deal. I just want to find somebody who's competent coaching staff wise for the Cardinals. I wish we'd gotten Sean Payton, but he ended up with the Broncos. That still worked out for me. I mean, I got my Broncos with Sean Payton. Making the playoffs and winning the playoffs are two different things, though. That is two different things. I think the Ravens have been doing better. If you're looking at it that way, though, I think Mike Tomlin should be fired more. The Ravens have had more success in the playoffs as of late. Give the ball to Derrick Henry, guys. He's a freaking cheat code. Give him the football. You'll win a lot more games. That is one of the things that has been a real head scratcher, though. They finally gave him the football. Oh, look, you won. They need to do that more. Kickoff back to the Falcons, going to be caught at the 6, carried out to the 25, and at the 26, that is where Atlanta is going to go down. That is where they will take their next possession from the 26. Fire Gannon. I think that we need to, at the minimum, fire Drew Petzing. I think I give a lot of grace to the defensive coordinator for the Cardinals. His whole defense is injured, so obviously they're not going to look good. They looked a little better before that, though. So I give him a little bit of grace for next year, possibly. And I mean, if they want to go with Gannon one more year, why not? But I think you got to get rid of Drew Petzing. But I also would rather them get rid of Gannon if they're going to make a decision on that. All right, 1st and 10 from the 26. Falcons going to take this fake snap, looking to throw. Kirk Cousins going to throw to the left side. Got a man open. It's completed. That's Darnell Mooney out to the 47-yard line. There is a flag down, though. This may be coming back. Personal foul, roughing the passer defense. This is going to be a 15-yard penalty. Falcons going to have a first down regardless. That is a 15-yard first down. It's on Johnson. Let's take a look if this was actually roughing the passer or if this was a ticky-tack roughing the passer call. Yeah, that looked pretty good. That looked like a pretty good penalty. He gets the ball out and then gets popped and driven into the ground. Whenever the player's head is closer to the ground than his ass is, and you're driving the quarterback into the ground, that's a good call. That's clearly driving into the ground. Coughlin is 79 years old, so maybe not. Yeah, I don't know about Coughlin. Once we get bigger, we definitely do some charities someday if that's something you're open to. Yeah, absolutely. No, 100% we're going to donate to charities. We're going to do like a twice annual or once a year in the football season, maybe once or twice a year in the baseball season charity stream. Because on my second channel, I'll be streaming a lot for the Diamondbacks games. Oh yeah, that's a 100% done deal. We're going to do that. I just got to figure out how to do it. But once we grow, get more subscribers, we're going to donate. We're going to be giving like nobody has given before on YouTube. I mean, I guess it's hard to say that with Tom Grossi just giving $182,000 through all of his people who donated on his stream. But that's where I'd like to one day get. It's a 100% done deal that we're going to do it. It's just the level and scale that we'll be able to do it that will be a little different. But as we grow, that's a for sure. There's a 100%, no doubt about it. I'm going to donate and do charities and streams like that. All right, first down, Bijan Robinson gets about 4 yards. First down for the Falcons. They're moving nice and slow here. This is what they did in the Super Bowl. It was not good for them. They went way too slow and ended up allowing the game to get out of hand. He has such a good juke move, man. Bijan Robinson jukes left, then jukes right. Breaks 2 tackles on that play for about 4 yards. I mean, that's good looking, dude. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. First and 10. Hand off to Robinson from the 25 of the Rams. He's going to get 2. Second and 8 for the Falcons. Oh no, the Rams not throwing to Puka. How tragic. I know. Poor Lura, you might win your championship. What's your opinion on dome stadiums? Arizona makes sense, but you think all the cold weather teams should play outdoors for the home field advantage. I believe that games like Buffalo and Lambeau, so fun to be outside. I am getting a little bit sad that we're not getting any more outdoor games. You know, those snow games. Those are legendary NFL games. You just imagine the fun NFL music in the background, players piling through the snow, running backs pounding into people, snow's flying everywhere. You just got to have some of those. 8-yard gain. Second down, going to make it 3rd and 2 for the Falcons. I want there to be some outdoor games still, like Green Bay. Please don't ever get a dome. Stay at that stadium, that classic Lambeau field. Just stay there forever. Don't ever get a dome. But, you know, I do like the way the Cardinals do it. They roll the field out into the sun and they constantly water it. They're trying to water it, keep it nice, and then they roll the field back into the stadium. It like retracts and then goes back in. I think instead of turf fields, you know, the Cardinals are a dome, but they have a real grass field. Handoff on 3rd down and 2 is going to be a loss of 1. Good play by the Rams, and now that's going to lead to a field goal attempt for the Falcons here if they're smart. Zane Gonzalez is going to come back out here. Solid kicker for the Falcons. Former Cardinal. If Zane makes this field goal, it's going to make it back to a 3-possession game, 17-point lead. Yeah, going back to the fields, though, I think that I don't really like turf fields very much. So I think that these domes should have that retractable field that goes out into the sun. You then give it water and sunshine, and then you roll it back in right before a game. It's a real field, but it's still in a dome. It's such a cool feature of the Cardinals State Farm Stadium. Kick is up for Zane Gonzalez. It is blocked. This kick is blocked. And the Rams have recovered this football. They're running back downfield. And this is going to go all the way for a touchdown. There's no flags on the field. Rams blocked field goal touchdown. Oh my goodness. What a turn of events. Instead of a 17-point lead for the Falcons, it has been cut down to 7 on one play. So instead of a 3-possession lead, you now have a 1-possession lead in a matter of 1 blocked kick on Zane Gonzalez. Oh. They're falconing it up, guys. We told you no lead is safe with the Atlanta Falcons, and now we're witnessing it live once again. Can the Rams complete a comeback here? The Falcons are going to get the ball back now after that Rams touchdown. 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, gosh, what a play. The kick to make it a 7-point game instead of a 17-point game, and it is good. Whew. My neighbors probably hate me for how loud I'm being right now, but one day I'll have a house with all that YouTube money, and then I'll be able to yell as loud as I want without getting neighbors to come over and knock on my door. Watch the neighbors in the house next door to me are like, hey, I can hear you in your basement. You're being too loud. Okay, yeah, so let's see what we got. Rams on fraud watch? Not anymore. 31 seconds left in the third quarter. And again, like I've been saying all game, there's been a lot of teams that are in the playoffs already this year have really underperforming week 17s. Like the Panthers played bad. The Buccaneers played bad. We don't know which one of them is going to make the playoffs, but let's go through all of the teams that played bad in the week 17 while we're on this little bit of commercial break here for a second. So you had the Lions lose to the Vikings. So the Lions they eliminated themselves from playoffs, actually. That's crazy. If Dan Campbell gets fired, I'd like the Cardinals to get him, actually, more than anyone. There's your celebration, Rams fans. You got your first one of the day. Kickoff's going to go out to the 25, and that's where he will be tackled. LA Rams touchdown. That's a fun color. Blue and yellow. How fun is that? Texans and Chargers both kind of had a defensive battle and underperformed. The Broncos underperformed against the Chiefs with Olajuwon at quarterback. You had the Ravens, who may make the playoffs, played amazingly, but the Packers underperformed. You had the Buccaneers, who may make the playoffs, underperform and lost to the Dolphins. You had the Steelers underperform and lost to the Browns. The Jaguars underperformed a little bit and barely beat the Colts, who have been playing pretty well, so I'll give them a little more credit, but they barely beat the Colts. All right, Kirk Cousins under center. Gonna motion Mooney. Gonna take the snap, and he is gonna throw this ball to the left side. Actually checks it down to Robinson, who's gonna get 11 yards and a first down once again. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Falcons. Then you had the Panthers, who may make the playoffs, underperform against the Seahawks, who had a pretty good week against them. Who else we got here? Eagles and Bills both underperformed against each other, but the weather played a big factor in that one. It was freezing rain. It was cold. 13-12 lead for the Eagles, and they ended up winning that one. Bills should have won that game, though. But the only 2 teams this week that are in the playoffs, actually, that did not underperform were there was the Seahawks and then the Bears 49ers. And then if the Ravens make the playoffs, then they were the 4th team. Everyone else making the playoffs underperformed this week. So it's been a weird week for playoff teams. We got 21 people here right now. Liking and subscribing is totally free. We got no ads here. Come hang out with us. Welcome to the Askew crew. We've been doing this for 4 months. We're brand new to YouTube. Come join our new YouTube community for NFL football. Yeah, they're falconing it. Which is worse, falconing or chargering? I think that they're both equally bad. Equally bad. HOA will sue me. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. I don't know if I want an HOA in the first house we live in. If the Falcons blow this, but they still manage to hold off Puka, I'm a laugh. Hey, now both teams have a special team / defensive touchdown. There's been a pick 6 for the Falcons. There's been a now blocked kick return for a touchdown for the Rams. So we got 2 defensive touchdowns in this game right now. Your Steelers were more worried about Myles Garrett than winning. Yeah, they were pretty worried about him. Yeah, HOA are ridiculous. They are all Karens on a power trip. Ryan, don't move into an HOA house. You'll regret it day 1. My wife wants to move into an HOA house. Don't tell her I said that. She wants to move into an HOA. I don't want an HOA. That's just my personal opinion. We're on commercial right now, so you guys are missing nothing. I'm looking at a really cute little baby bear on my YouTube TV screen right here. Hi, Ryan. Hello, crew. I could not be here earlier, but I see the Rams are coming back, so good for them. Yeah, Ashley, it's going to be a good finish to this game. We've hit 23 likes in our stream tonight. Goal is 25. Maybe we can hit a couple more. You should get a house with a lot of acres. I don't think we'll be able to afford that in our first house, especially in Colorado. Just in the Panthers, but later on, my wife would kind of like that, I think. Just in the Panthers Bucks is Saturday at 2. Yeah, it's 2:30 Mountain, 4:30 Eastern. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, we've been talking about all the great matchups for Week 18. We got Panthers Buccaneers on Saturday at 2:30. I'll be here for that, so everyone come watch it with me. We got Seahawks 49ers on Saturday Night Football for that division as well. That's going to be a great game. Come watch it with me as well. We'll be here for that. Then on Sunday Night Football, we got Ravens Steelers. I'll be here for that as well. And I'll be here for the Cardinals Rams Sunday in the afternoon also. All right, quick check down to Robinson. Going to be 1st and 10. They're going to get a couple on this screen pass down to the 39. They're on their own 39, moving the ball downfield. Again, gave him 3 yards. I thought it was 2 for sure, but these spots, I guess, give or take, are a yard here or there. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for Atlanta. First play of the 4th quarter, Rams trying to come back and have the Falcons blow another 3-possession lead, which is something that their team just seems to do a lot. All right, Ryan, you should show her videos on YouTube about HOA Karen. She will change her mind quickly. Yeah, her parents live in an HOA that's, I guess, is a little more calm, though, so they don't really have any issues ever. But if they painted their house yellow, they'd have problems. 2nd and 7 for the Falcons. In the I formation. Kirk is 2 yards behind center. Robinson 2 yards behind him. Takes the snap. Handing this off to Robinson, who has a massive amount of yards today. I feel bad for anybody playing against him in their fantasy championship this week. He's going to get 3 or 4. It's going to be 3rd and short for Atlanta. 3rd and manageable for the Falcons. So far today on our stream, we have had how many people come in? We've had 326 people come hang out with us. 27.5 watch hours. You guys are the best. Appreciate it. We are so close to getting monetized. It is absolutely ridiculous. I think it's about 500 hours now that we need. Looking to throw. Kirk Cousins going to throw this pass incomplete. Looking for a flag. No flags, I don't think. 4th and 4, crowd booing on the no flag. Bijan Robinson, there are 2 players all over him on that play. Let's take a look if someone is wrapped around him. They're showing the replay. Want to see if this looks like an actual penalty or not. The defender was in the way of Robinson, who runs into him. I guess that would technically be a pass interference, right? If you're standing in the way of a receiver, or at least an illegal contact. The expert just said it's not a foul, but I've seen plays like that get called. 4th and 4, going to punt this ball back to the Rams. They're only down 7 now. Ball's caught at the 9, going to try to return it out to the 15 to the 20, and that's where he will go down. You could never live somewhere that someone else can tell you what to do with your house and yard. Yeah, I get pissed off really quickly, not going to lie. Headed to commercial break here on Monday Night Football. We got a really good game. Rams about to have the next possession. That ball will flip back to the Rams. There it is. I literally called it. HOA could kiss your butt. If you want a purple house, you will paint it purple. Do you have land where you live, Liz? Yeah, we're on a commercial break right now. Everybody who's here has been hanging out for a while. We've had about 16 of you here the whole time. Let's see if we can count. We got Ryan. We got Laura. We got Liz. We got Ashley. We got Rex and NCAA. I think we have Casey as well hanging out. We got Ethan. That's 7. We got everyone who hasn't joined the Discord. If you want to, go join our Discord. The link's at the top of the chat. We're creating a Discord for all the subscribers who want to join it. We got Warhorse. That's 8. If D-Nose is still here, we got D-Nose. We got Lane, possibly. That's 4. I mean, that's 9. Yeah. Got pretty much all the regulars in here right now. You live in an RV park? That sounds fun. Only on the Askew crew, where you can go from talking about football and HOA in a 30-minute span. Yeah, man. We can talk about anything here. Anything that's YouTube not demonetizable. I mean, we're not monetized yet, but would like YouTube, my YouTube status to stay in the green. That would be the best thing. Ashley, if you'd like to join the Discord, go for it. You too, Minimal. Oh, yeah, we got Minimal as well. That's 11 or 12 people. Insanity, you're doing a fine mod job. Yeah, Rex and Insanity. We have Rex, Liz, and Insanity. Those are my 3 mods in the live streams right now. I think that's all we need for the time being. Of course, you guys may not always be here. That's fine. You may not be here for every game, you know. That's why I gave 3 of you the role, just in case. Stafford looking to throw on first down, going to complete this to Nakua. It's going to be a 7 or 8 yard gain. Going to make it 2nd and short on first down. A good solid drive here, just like they've been doing all season long, is going to determine if they can tie this game or not right here. They're showing the stats between him and Drake May. Drake May, the new Tom Brady, he's just a little bit faster. We were all here for that big stream. Yeah, were we all here for that big stream last Sunday? I'm pretty sure, man. All right, handoff to Williams. He's going to break this one for about 20 yards to midfield. It's a first down for the Rams, and they're at the 50. The Falcons are falconing this game up right now. They need to get their crap together. Otherwise, this is going to be a tie ball game. What was going to be a 17-point lead, 27-10, after the blocked field goal turned it into a 24-17 game. And now the Rams driving with the ball at midfield to try to tie this one up. What a turnaround for them in this football game, and it takes one play. On the big screen, I'm honored. Stafford looking to throw, completes this pass for 8 yards. That is going to make it 2nd and 2, and they're in Falcons territory now at the 44-yard line. 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Yeah, no, they're showing Dorless with a knee injury. He's definitely done for the season. It was his left knee right after he had gotten that big sack on Stafford, and he's holding right in the spot where the ACL is located. I know that for a fact. Probably an ACL injury. They have not reported the injury yet, but as a PT, I'm telling you right now, probably another ACL injury because of the turf fields that need to get the hell out of the NFL, man. Get them the hell out. Another turf field strikes again. It's going to be a Blake Corum handoff. He's going to get about 9. That's another first down for the Rams, deeper into Falcons territory. Seventh easiest schedule in NFL history. Drake May is fraudulent. We shall see when he starts playing some good teams in the playoffs. You had to take the weekend off football after losing your fantasy playoffs. I got almost last place in my fantasy playoffs, Ryan. No domes, no turf. I don't mind the domes. Just do what the Cardinals do. Roll your field out and then roll it back. Make it real grass. I think they're the only team I know of that does that, but I haven't really done field research. 1st and 10 from the 35 of the Falcons. Stafford takes this ball. He's looking to throw it. Going to throw it quickly out for a 2-yard gain. That's Parkinson again. Second and 8 for LA. 10.5 minutes left in this Monday Night Football game. It's ended up being a really good game. The Falcons came in, smacked the Rams right in the face, and the Rams are suddenly soaring back into this one. I guess the Rams would be ramming their way back into this one. Stafford is in the gun. Williams out to his left. Takes the snap, going to throw to the left. He's got a man deep downfield. Diving, incomplete, intended for Puka Nacua. Can't hold on to this football. Imagine all the wild games we've missed out on over the years if Detroit and Minnesota played outside. True. Some teams are like, we want our players to be comfortable. You know, whatever, I get it, but it's ridiculous. Also, those turf fields, have you ever fallen on a turf field? That hurts. That'll cut you up real good. What's more cursed franchise, the Browns or the Jets? I'd throw the Cardinals in there too, but probably the Browns. The Browns, I think, are the most cursed team in the NFL in history, in my opinion. A fumble. Stafford can't hold this ball. It's a fumble recovered by the Falcons D. Going to go out to the 39 of the Rams, and that's where the Falcons get the next ball, the next possession, as long as we take a look at this flag, and it's not on the Falcons. This might be an offsides call. They're doing a little bit of a celebration in the far end zone, but this may still be Rams ball. Wait for the call here. Don't celebrate too soon. Offside defense, and now that Falcons celebration in the end zone looks even more stupid. Jeez, man. Yeah, it was an offsides on the Falcons. The Rams are going to get a free first down here. Total Falcons thing to do, considering that Stafford and the Rams just gave you the ball back on a horrible snap by the center. Well, it's actually 3rd and 3. They only gave him 5 yards. It's not an automatic first down on an offsides. It is 3rd and 3. Falcons head coach arguing his point. Whereas that not being offsides. It's 3rd and 3 from the Falcons' 29-yard line. Rams with the football. Stafford is under center. He's got the running backs behind him. Takes a snap, hands it off. Going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Wonder if they'll take the field goal here. and make it less than a 7-point game, or if they're going to go for this one on 4th and 2. Stafford wants to stay on the field, and he may be walking to the sideline now. Nope, they're saying go for it. 4th and 2 for the Rams. They are going for it, guys. 9 minutes 25 left in the fourth quarter. Ball at the 28 of the Falcons. It's 4th and 2 in the gun. Looks like they may blitz on the right side by the Falcons. Nope, they're bringing 4. Quick pass is going to be intercepted again by the Falcons. Looking for blockers. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's going to stay in bounds, tight-roping to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. The second pick 6 of the game for Atlanta, and they are going to take a 31-17 lead. Matthew Stafford's worst game of the season by far. The Falcons take a giant. What crazy plays are we seeing in this game? A blocked kick for a touchdown, 2 pick sixes. There's a flag probably for taunting on the far side of the field. The player started doing an end zone celebration at the 20-yard line. What a pick 6, man. Great blocking all the way back to the Falcons defense, really helping their people catch their blockers. We're waiting to hear what the penalty is. Matthew Stafford, this may make him mad just in time for the playoffs where he might just wreck everyone, but not tonight. The Falcons are playing their hearts out. He stepped out of bounds on that one, did not stay in bounds. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the bench. An official ran into a coach on the sideline, and I guess that's a penalty because you can't be close enough where a ref can run into you. I think that's on the Falcons. It's on the Atlanta, so it's going to be on the Atlanta side of the 50, but that is not a pick 6. We don't have to flip the board. He did step out of bounds, and then the flag knocks it a little bit further back, but that is still a major interception against Matthew Stafford by the Falcons, who have been playing their lights out tonight, other than that blocked field goal. Wow. Matthew Stafford now has 2 INTs. All right, they're going to hand off on first down to Robinson. He's going to get about 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5. This is at the 48 of the Falcons. And they're going to move slowly here. They're going to start trying to drain this clock while also trying to get into a position to take a 2-possession lead. That should be the mindset for this drive. Take a 2-possession lead. Yeah, get that 2-possession lead, but also drain a lot of time off the clock. Make it really hard for the Rams to have 2 more possessions. 8.5 minutes left in the game. I formation, moving the tight end in motion. Takes the snap, going to hand it off again. Bijan Robinson, 2-yard gain. 3rd and 2 for Atlanta. Browns won 4 pre-Super Bowl titles. Cards only 2. Oh, so we did have a championship before Super Bowl titles. Huh. Thank goodness. I thought we had 0. Every time you walk the dogs, you miss something exciting. It was pretty exciting, but they called it back. How are the Rams out falconing the Falcons? Best timing of the night? Yeah, maybe Casey's good luck for the Falcons. We need you to stay in there watching the game, Casey, so that the Falcons can beat the Rams. In the gun, 3rd and 2, moving a receiver in motion. Kirk Cousins going to take this snap. Going to throw it quickly, and it's going to be almost intercepted, incomplete. 4th and 2. I'd go for this one. I'd go for this. They're at midfield. Might as well. Casey's bad luck for the Falcons. I guess it was because he did step out of bounds. 4th and 2. They may be just trying to pin the Rams back. I would go for this right now. This is where bad football teams stay bad and good football teams succeed. The Rams right now would go for it and probably make it on 4th and 2. The Falcons are not doing it. They're going to punt at the 50. So now if the Rams march right down the field and score, that's your fault. All right, fair catch at the 11. Rams get the ball, have to move 91 yards. I see the mindset either way, but I would have gone for that one. 20 people hanging out right now while we go to commercial break. Casey, I want you to stay. I want you to stay. Moving to commercial break here. It'll be about 2 minutes long, most likely. That's usually how long they are. We got 20 people hanging out with us right now in the stream. Happy to have you here. Welcome to the Askew crew. We are your new favorite NFL sports channel on YouTube. And we're streaming like crazy. We'll be here a lot next weekend as well. We have 32 watch hours so far in the stream, so we're about 12 over our goal. We'll probably be about 40. Probably be about 40 by the end of the game. That's exciting. All right, Falcons maybe still falconing this game. They didn't take advantage of that interception. If that pick six had counted, they might have actually held on, though. Moving to a possible 7-9 record for them. All right, Matthew Stafford has thrown 3 interceptions in this game. He has 1 touchdown, 214 yards on 18 of 30 passing. Kirk Cousins on the other side, 12 of 18, 115 yards passing, 1 touchdown, but he has not thrown any interceptions, so he has 3 less than Stafford. Yeah, I thought for sure it was 3. If the Falcons win, they'll be 7-9. If they win next week, they'll be 8-9. Suddenly, they had a decent season. But I mean, looking at the Falcons, they won. Let's see. They won last week against the Buccaneers by 1. They got blown out by the Seahawks the week before. Then they lost to the Jets the week before. Like, the Falcons are so inconsistent. They're the most inconsistent team in the NFL. If they had just been consistent this year, they would have won. Made it to the playoffs. The Falcons lost to let's see, where's the preseason? They lost to the Buccaneers week 1. Then they beat the Vikings. Then they lost to the Panthers 30-0. Then in week 4, they beat the Commanders. Then they beat the Bills. Then they lost to the Niners. Then they lost big time to the Dolphins. So again, you beat the Bills, then you lose to the Dolphins. Okay. And the Dolphins have also been really inconsistent this year. Then they lose by 1 to the Patriots. It's been an up and down year for the Falcons. Handoff to Kyren Williams, going to go for 14 yards. That's a first down immediately for the Rams. And again, this was what I was afraid of. If you're rooting for the Falcons, you need to be aggressive. Go for that 2-possession lead. The Rams here, they've been moving the ball a lot better offensively total. If you take Bijan out of the picture for the Falcons, they've been moving the ball better as a team and not just relying on one man. And if they just drive down here and score, you Falconed it up again. At the 25-yard line after that good run to start the drive. Going to be a fake handoff. Stafford looking to throw, going to check it to the running back to the 30, to the 35, 40, 45. That is Kyren Williams. Sorry for you, whoever's going up against Kyren Williams in the playoffs. But hey, it's good for you, Lura. If you're still here, they're not throwing to Nakua. Nakua's had a bad day, especially compared to last week. Let's look at Nakua. Let's see what he has done. Puka Nakua has only 4 catches, 36 yards. Slow day for him. 6 minutes and 12 seconds in the fourth quarter. Stafford going to throw, going to complete this pass. That's about 6 yards. Crossing midfield at the 47-yard line of the Falcons. Six minutes left total in the game. Kyren Williams has 11 carries for 68 yards. That last play for him was a catch, though. 3 catches for 37 based on what I'm seeing right now on the stats. It may not have updated just yet, though. Second and 4. Tight end in motion, handing off to the left side. Going to get about 5, and that's going to be another first down for the Rams. 5-yard gain for them on 2nd and 4. That was Rivers on the handoff. Haven't seen him much today, and that's a first down for LA. As you can see, that football working its way down the field. They're headed this way towards the end zone. I fell up on the Max Crosby drama, and where do you think he could go? I don't know where he would go, but I think that he's going to want out of Las Vegas. He signed a very team-friendly deal in the offseason, and or last time he signed a deal. I think that he could end up going really to anyone. I don't know if you want to play for anyone that's not a contender, though. Big throw deep downfield to the end zone is going to be a catch for a touchdown to Puka Nacua. That's going to come back, though. They're taking it off because of the flag. That's holding on DJ Humphries, former Cardinals offensive lineman. He's a backup for LA, and man, is he having a horrible night. Absolutely terrible night for him. He's been committing penalties all night long. He just cost them a big-time 50-yard touchdown pass to Puka Nacua. Yeah, Max Crosby probably going to want to play for a contender, but I was thinking, maybe he'll want to stay close to Las Vegas if his family stays there. You know what's close to Las Vegas? Glendale, Arizona. Just saying. He walked out. They kicked him out of the facility. Apparently, I heard today, though, he went back to the facility, so maybe they made up. It's 1st and 20 after the DJ Humphries holding call. Going to be a handoff from the gun to Williams, who's going to get a yard. 4.5 minutes left in the game. The ball is at midfield right now. Yeah, he wanted to play the final 2 games of the season, and the Raiders told him not to because they're trying to tank. I feel like teams should get penalized for that when it's so clear that the player is healthy. 2nd and 18, Stafford with the football. Looking to throw this. He's going to pass to the middle of the field, completed to Parkinson again. Parkinson rams his way for a few more yards, and it's going to make it a 3rd and short. That's about a 16-yard catch for him. 3rd and 2 for the Rams. 4 minutes left in the game. You think Crosby to the 49ers is intriguing? That would be scary with Bosa and Crosby on that team. Crosby can come to the Giants. That would be like, who was that big, great D end you guys had on the Giants for so long? Crosby can come to Denver, Colorado. Hop over to the rival of the Raiders. I'd be okay with that. Third and 2 handoff from the gun. Going to be a first down for the Rams. He breaks a tackle to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Tripped up. Last man to beat was Bates. Makes the tackle and saves the touchdown. We have another flag down, though. There was a missed tackle. Williams with a good stiff arm. This is why I was saying the Falcons should go for it on 4th and 2 at the 50. They're just going to give the Rams a chance to storm down like this and score a touchdown, and right now they're doing it. They needed to go 89 yards on this drive for a touchdown. If there's no flag down, though, which it looks like they picked it up, they're at the 11 right now. Ball is caught by Nacua on a screen pass, and he's going to score a touchdown here. The Rams have tied this game, barring a PAT attempt. Waiting for the PAT. Touchdown Rams. Should have gone for it, Falcons. Otherwise, instead, you falconed it up. That's 2 touchdowns taken away from Puka this game. He's going to talk so much. Yeah, he is. You feel like you'd want to stay close where he is now for family. Yeah, so that means San Francisco, Arizona, teams like that, really close by. LA. Arizona is like really close to Las Vegas, though. And he's got like a really nice house with a basketball court and everything, so he may want to keep his family there. And who knows, maybe they'll end up in Arizona. I'm just throwing out weird spitballs here. I don't think he'd want to go there, but if he wants to stay close to family, maybe he will. I mean, J.J. Watt just played there recently in Arizona. Extra point is good. This is a 24-24 game. And we are flipping it, guys. We're flipping the flipboard. 24-24. Just to think, about a quarter ago, the Falcons were about to take a 27-10 lead, and suddenly it's 24-24. Oh, the life of a Falcons fan. Very similar to the life of a Cardinals fan. We flipped it. Falcons are going to choke this game. I have no doubt about it at this point. The Falcons The difference between good teams and bad teams is what the Falcons are showing you right now. Extra point, tell that to the Bills. Yeah, the Bills needed to do the extra point. Not sure what they were doing yesterday. All righty. That was Lawrence Taylor. You're right. Yeah, Lawrence Taylor. I was thinking of the guy with the lisp. Is that Lawrence Taylor? No. The guy with the lisp who now is on like Good Morning America or something. All right, 2 minutes and 46 left in the game. We just had a Rams touchdown to tie it up. Can the Falcons win, or will they falcon it up? Well, the kick returner fumbled, so that's not a good sign. He luckily was in the end zone, so he does take a knee, though. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Coming out here, seeing if they can win this game or if they're going to blow it and give it to the Rams. The Rams will either have a 5 or 6 seed whether or not they win today. Wow. So the 49ers are going to play the Seahawks not only for the NFC West on Sunday, they're going to also play it for the number 1 seed. The 49ers, after all of the injuries they've had to big key players, could still get the number 1 seed in the NFC. That's so impressive. Oh, sorry, Liz. I'll scroll back up here in a sec. Throw incomplete. Cousins almost threw an interception on the first play. Oh my goodness. 2nd down for the Falcons here. Tua and Waddle's fault. Trade them to the Raiders. Raiders can have Tua and Waddle. Don't want them anymore. Ryan, if Tua and Waddle go to the Raiders, I can say with 100% truth the Raiders would never make the playoffs, and you wouldn't have to worry about them at all. That's good. That's fine. I actually like when the Raiders are a little better, though, because it makes the Broncos-Raiders rivalry so much better. Cousins is going to throw this ball on 2nd and 10. It is going to be caught by Pitts at the line to gain, and that might be a 1st down. I think it is. Good catch by Pitts. He got hit hard right as he caught that football. The Seahawks being the 1st seed is disgusting to see. Thank you, KC. Shanahan's system is that good. Shanahan's got just a, yeah, he's like, if you can get a good coach, even on the Cardinals, you can change that whole system. You've seen so many teams turn around this season. The Patriots had 3 wins last year. Suddenly with Vrabel, boom, 13-win team. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence is suddenly looking amazing. Top 5 quarterback in the NFL with the Jaguars suddenly. It's 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. We have the 2-minute warning. I think we're headed to commercial break right now. One of the final commercial breaks we will have in Monday Night Football tonight. Tied 24-24. Who you got winning this game? I got the Rams at this point. Falcons are falconing it up, Manny. Happy to have you here. Hope you're having a good day. Let's take a look at the... Yeah, the Rams offense has played much better today. The Falcons defense is just doing really good. They got that pick 6. Almost had another pick 6. Falcons are going to find a way to falcon this one up. As per the usual, looking at the box score, Falcons had a 21-0 lead. And then you look at the second half, have been outscored 24-3. I mean, that is the most Falcons box score I've ever seen for the game. That's the most Falcons thing you can do, guys. All right, let's see what else we got. Denver still sacked him 5 times. I'm telling you, Ryan is right. Tua is the answer for the Cards. I never said that for the record, everybody. Tua is the wrong. Tua's the wrong answer. Tua's answer is retiring. You're correct. You hate you're having to rely on the Falcons. Yeah. They're probably going to let you down too, Laura. Rex, no way Cards should put in a 1,000-foot pole between them and Tua. They should. Tua is the last quarterback I think I'd want. I'd rather have Shedeur Sanders than Tua. I'd rather have any of the quarterbacks on my list than Tua. Everyone here, subscribe to the channel, join the Askew crew. Welcome in. We've been going for 4 months. Happy to have you here. Liking and subscribing is also free. No ads on this stream. We stream a lot of games here, so come hang out with us. We're building something special here. Something special. Coming back from the 2-minute warning commercial break. Will the Falcons do what they love doing and choke? Or will they actually continue to cause some chaos here at the end of the season? It's fair to say Liz doesn't like Tua. Up until yesterday, I think she had Tua as her profile picture, and then she changed it. Hand off to Robinson. He's going to get across midfield about 5 yards to the 49 of the Rams. We may have overtime in Monday Night Football. I don't know. I don't have faith in the Falcons right now. A kick is not a done deal. The last kick they tried got blocked for a touchdown for the Rams. Tua, turn of the ball over. 2nd and 5. I formation for the Falcons. 1:24 left on the game clock. Going to hand this off again to good old Reliable. Without him, they would be losing probably. It's Bijan for 4 yards. Going to make it 3rd and 1 at the Rams 45. First down here goes a long way to getting you in field goal range. It doesn't look like they're moving with much urgency, which I think I'd be moving with a little more urgency than they're showing right now. They're really not moving with very much urgency at all. Toss out here to Bijan on 3rd and 1. Bijan's going to get the first down and more. About a 10-yard gain for him. Again, the Falcons without Bijan would be nothing. Where would they be without him? It's 1st and 10 Atlanta. Literally no time left on the clock. As you can see here on our scoreboard, Falcons trying to win on a last-second field goal. That's where they're positioning themselves to try here. They better be careful, though, because if it gets blocked again, we could have a chaotic finish. 38 seconds left. Hand off to Robinson once again. No gain. That was actually Algier. No gain. Well, that's why it was no gain. I think Atlanta's going to stay with Penix all the way. They're putting a lot of faith in Penix, just like the Vikings are putting a lot of faith in J.J. McCarthy. So I think both of those teams are going to stay with that. Rams took a timeout. We're waiting for the 2nd and 9 call here with 35 seconds left. You can see that right there on the scoreboard as well, though. Yeah, so the Falcons have had a lot of different kickers. They've had 3 different ones this year. Gonzalez is the 3rd one. They started with Younghoe Koo, who was so good for them for a while. They cut him pretty quickly. And then Romo, Parker Romo, not Tony Romo. Handoff here, going to go for no gain again. It's 3rd and 9. Timeout once again taken. This is the 2nd timeout for the Rams. It's going to be 3rd and 9. It just depends on the alter ego, if it shows up. It depends on who shows up in CAA Slovakian insanity. You kept forgetting to change it. Well, you're welcome, Liz, for giving you the reminder. Look, I think there's a coaching system that failed Tua, put behind a coach who can clean his turnovers up and ensure he would be decent. Raiders, Falcons, Cards, Jets could all use Tua. I'll agree to disagree with you on the Cardinals there. I'd be happy for him to go anywhere else. Hand the ball off here. It's 3 straight to Algier. He's going to get a total of 1 yard on those 3 carries. It is now 4th and 8. And the Falcons just ran the ball up the middle 3 straight times, wasted the Rams, let the Rams burn all 3 of their timeouts. But at the same time, you still left 24 seconds on the clock for Matthew Stafford and the Rams, who have been torching your defense in the second half, except for the interception. Bijan Robinson also got none of those carries after just leading you to those last couple first downs and having one of his best games of the season. Really not sure what the Falcons were thinking on this last possession. It's just a total Falcons thing to do. It's a very big head scratcher, and I find myself watching the Falcons and getting PTSD of watching Cardinals games this year because that's just how they look. But they've won 3 more games, and if they win today, they'll have won 4 more games than the Cardinals, which means that they're apparently way better than them. If they hadn't blown 3 or 4 games this year, we'd be talking about them making the playoffs. 51-yard kick for Zane Gonzalez after the Falcons got really conservative. Kick is up in the air by Zane, and he is going to drill this right down the middle. What a kick by Zane. It's a 27-24 lead for the Falcons. There we go. We get to flip it. Flip is up. It is good. 24-27. There's no celebration for field goals. I wish the LED would add like a little upright right here and have a ball going through it or something, or just have the uprights and say kick is good. That would be cool. All right, they're showing the owner of the Falcons. He's happy about that. Good for them. This is like their Super Bowl, by the way. If they beat the Rams, it'd be like the best team they've beaten all year. All right, waiting for the kickoff. It's very possible that the Rams could get a field goal. I'm really not counting them out with 21 seconds left. I'm just not going to do it. They could also win. Big completion downfield, break it for a touchdown. I'm not counting the Rams out whatsoever here. All right, Falcons going to kick this ball. You'd like them to see them return it, burn some more seconds off the clock. They're going to kick it into the end zone, though, and it's going to get knelt down. Doesn't make any sense. The coaching staff for the Falcons just clearly shows how inexperienced they are from time to time with decisions like this. Doesn't make much sense that they didn't take more time off the clock there. Yeah, Tutty. Yeah, Tutty's a newer saying. I've been saying it a few times this year, but haven't said it too much. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Stafford looking to throw, passing this ball deep to the right side. He had a man, and he missed him by a step or two. That would have been a touchdown had he completed it. I told you not to count the Rams out, and I told you right now, given 21 seconds to Matthew Stafford and the Rams was a dumb decision, and that was almost a completed pass into Rams field goal territory. And if he caught this, probably a touchdown too. Ball missed him by a step or two. So close. There's 16 seconds left in this one. They're blowing this play dead. Prior to the snap, Atlanta takes their first timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Man, that would have been the Falcons falconing it up in the most Falcons fashion right there. The Falcons would have just absolutely falconed that up in the worst way possible had that been a completed pass to Smith. Would have gone for possibly a Rams touchdown to win the game for them. They might throw to Puka, but Smith is their deep target. They got Mevis ready here if they're able to complete and get down and spike a ball anywhere near field goal range whatsoever. Stafford looking to throw. Going to throw deep to the left side downfield. This ball is going to be incomplete. Intended for Tutu Atwell. That's the first time I think he's been targeted all day long. And there's 9 seconds on the clock. 3rd and 10. You complete this ball in the field of play, and you don't have time to spike it now. Watch them get a PI. I could totally see the Falcons would do that. Oh, man. All right. 2 timeouts still for the Falcons. No timeouts for the Rams. 9 seconds left. It's still at the 35 of the Rams. They have to complete a long pass, get out of bounds. That's really their only hope right now. They don't have enough time to do anything else. Snap is up. And there's another timeout. Falcons are basically trying to ice the Rams right now on their final plays. Second timeout for the Falcons. Yeah, that catch would have been game. The Falcons fans need to understand how close the Rams just came to beating them after they had a 21-point lead. Still, it's crazy that it's even this close. It's crazy the Rams are even having any sort of chance right now to tie the game or win it. This game should have been over long ago. All right, they added a second to the clock. 10 seconds in the fourth quarter. That's all we got left. 3rd and 10 for the Rams. Can they get into field goal range? Can they win it on a crazy pass? Let's see what the Rams cook up right here. Stafford dropping back to throw. Going to throw to the right side. It is going to be... Is that a catch by Puka over on the sideline? Did he catch it 2 feet in bounds? And he fell out of bounds. I think that might be a catch out of bounds by Tua. With 5 seconds left, that gets him right on the edge of field goal range. And the Puka Nacua might have caught this football. 1 foot in. The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 4th down. But I think they're going to challenge this. That looks like a catch to me. He's got one hand grabbing that thing. That looks like pretty good control for a one-handed catch. Both feet in bounds. Puka Nacua, one-handed grab. That looks like he's got control. I've never seen better control from a receiver with a one-handed grab than that. Both feet are in bounds too. You can't challenge under 2 minutes, I don't think. But they're going to review this one. The booth needs to review it. That's a good decision. They're going to review this one. This is a critical call right now, guys. This is on the edge of Mevis's field goal range, maybe a yard or 2 outside of it. But they're going to kick the field goal after this, regardless if it's a catch. Other than that, we'd have a Hail Mary on the final play. But this was from the 35 of the Rams all the way to the Falcons side of the field. We could have if they call this a catch, this is going to be a field goal to potentially tie the game for Mevis. There's only 5 seconds on the clock here, regardless of what happens. The ruling on the field was incomplete pass. I think this is a catch, in my opinion. It's Puka. They're saying it stands as called incomplete pass. That's a big call. I thought for sure he had that one, man. I really thought that was a catch. I mean, I don't know what to say about that one. It looked like his feet were down. I guess because only one hand was on it, they say that he didn't have full control. We'll just agree to disagree. Yeah, it is incomplete. Ball came out at the end. You were saying that would have put him in field goal range. I don't know if they have enough time now to get in field goal range with only 5 seconds left. Yeah, the NFL really needs to figure out what a catch is and what a catch isn't. If the ball wiggles around a little bit but doesn't hit the ground, that's still incomplete sometimes, and I disagree with that. If the ball doesn't ever hit the ground, it should be considered a catch. Especially when it hit your hands, if it never hits the ground, both feet were in bounds. I don't know. All right, so that is the 3rd time the Falcons are going to call a timeout and ice the Rams before a play. The Rams secondary has been doing a poor job on this drive defending these plays. We have one more play probably. So they're either going to be the 5 or 6 seed. So if they're the 6th seed, they're going to play either Chicago or Philadelphia. If they lose today, they're probably the 6th seed playing either Chicago or Philadelphia. If they were to win today, and on a crazy Hail Mary, they would be playing the Buccaneers/Panthers, whoever wins that game. So honestly, for the Rams winning, they would have been in a much better position in the first game of the playoffs. Now having to play the Eagles or the Bears, if they don't win this game, that's going to be much harder in the first round for them. A throw to the left side by Stafford, and that's incomplete. This game is going to be over. The Falcons actually really tried their hardest to falcon this game up and choke away this lead, but they're going to hold on and win 27-24. Puka Nacua, the intended receiver, ended up being a really great game here today, guys. And the Falcons win 27-24. You see it here. The scoreboard will soon update to Falcons win. Let's run through our stats for the whole game. You are certainly right, Ethan. The game is over. Let's run through the stats for the whole game real quick. Matthew Stafford, 22 of 38 for 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Kyren Williams, the leading rusher, 13 carries for 92 yards. Xavier Smith had 4 catches for 67. Kirk Cousins on the Falcons side, 13 of 20 for 126 yards and a touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 22 carries for 195 yards and a touchdown. Why didn't they hand him the ball those 3 times? Those 3 times when they gave it to Algier for no gain, he just needed 5 more yards for a 200-yard game. David Sills, 3 receptions for 37 yards, was the leading receiver for the Falcons, and no one really got any catches for the Falcons, hardly. It was 3 catches for Sills for 37, 2 catches for Mooney for 35, 5 catches for Robinson for 34, 2 catches for Pitts for 16 yards, and Drake London only had 1 catch for 4 yards. Of course, my fantasy receiver did that. They're interviewing Bijan Robinson right now. He's absolutely, without him, the Falcons are one of the worst teams. Their defense has been playing better each year, though. They are getting better defensively. At the same time, Bijan Robinson carried this game today. Without him, they would have lost. They still tried to lose a couple times. So, I mean, it's incredible that the Rams even came back into this game. It was a 17-point game at the end of the third quarter. Ended up being a really close game. Black would have stopped, and Rams in field goal range would have had a chance to win. That would have been really cool. Ryan got me. I was wrong. Good game, everyone. Way to go, Laura. Yeah, Warhorse, I thought that was a catch. I thought we were going to get a field goal try at the end of the game. It was not a catch. They called it not a catch. That one was blatant DPI that was missed. It might have been. That final play might have been DPI that was missed. I really not sure. Had to pop in Tom's stream. He thought it was a catch. I also thought it was a catch, Ethan. I was thinking that was a one hand. It looked like it sucked to his hand, and then he brought it down. That's control to me. If you're asking me what control is on a catch, the NFL needs to figure it out. That looked like a catch to me. He brought that ball in, had full control one hand. But hey, Falcons going to win this game, 27-24. One of the first times you picked the Falcons, and you were right. Barely, but still a win is a win. Ethan, you missed a funny moment where Ryan called Puka Tua. I wouldn't curse anyone but the Raiders with Tua. It was fun hanging out with you. I didn't even realize I said Tua, but I was so excited about the one-handed grab that I kind of, I guess, just it came out. It was fun hanging out with everybody tonight. Yeah, everybody subscribe and like. Really appreciate everyone for hanging out with me tonight. We hit a total of, let's see how many watch hours added to our 4,000. Grind towards 4,000. We are so close. 42 watch hours on today's stream. That is an amazing amount for just one game. So really appreciate it, man. By the end of next week, we very well could be monetized on YouTube fully with all of your help and support. Really appreciate it, guys. We will see you next on Saturday, everybody. Come hang out with me for both games on Saturday. The 2 games we have are Panthers versus the Buccaneers at 2:30 Mountain Time, 4:30 Eastern. And then we have the Saturday night football game between the 49ers and the Seahawks. I'm going to be here for both of those 2 games. Have another marathon weekend for the final week of the NFL season on Saturday. But I won't see you guys on Thursday because there is no Thursday game. So the next time I'll be live streaming is Saturday. I'll see you guys all there. Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then I'll see you all day Sunday. It's going to be a really good time. Looking forward to it. Let's see. What game should we stream on Sunday morning? What game should we stream Sunday morning? I'm going to try to find a good one real quickly here. We got the Panthers Buccaneers Saturday, then Seahawks 49ers. I'm not going to do the Packers game because that's the one Tom's going to be doing. I'm going to try to find a game that's not, They put all the games that don't really matter on that one, but I might do Colts Texans. I might do that one. Browns Bengals, I don't know about that. Saints Falcons, don't know about that. Titans Jags, don't know about that one either. I might do Texans Colts for Phillip Rivers because that's going to be Phillip Rivers' final game probably of his career. So I might come in for that one. I think that'd be a pretty good one. Yeah, it's going to be a happy new year before I see you guys again. Hopefully, Texas Tech wins their game against the Oregon Ducks on Thursday. Everyone be rooting for Texas Tech. I'm watching you guys. Let's go, Red Raiders. Get your guns up. Really hoping for them to win that one. Yeah, had a bunch of fun, Captain Rex. Everyone go join the Discord before the stream closes. The link is right there. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm going to be fully sober for the 2026 so that I can have get nice and strong, have a nice healthy baby, hopefully. When we start trying to have a baby. Reckham Tech, absolutely. Colton Who is a good idea. F the Ducks. We're going duck hunting, everybody. It's duck hunting season. Thursday morning at 12 Eastern time. Everyone be waking up early to watch that one. We're going duck hunting. If not, I'll be sad on Saturday back in here for no Texas Tech in the playoff anymore if they lose to the Ducks. Yeah, so the streaming schedule one more time, and then I'm going to head out today just because we still got 20 of you hanging out here. So we'll get as much watch time as we can out of this Monday night because we won't be streaming again. And for the final week, we will be streaming Panthers Buccaneers Saturday afternoon. Then we'll be streaming Seahawks 49ers on Saturday night. Then in the morning on Sunday, we'll be doing Colts Texans. I've just decided that just now. And then in the afternoon, we'll be doing Cardinals Rams for our final Cardinals game of the year. Rams will probably have their backups in because they now know what seed they'll probably be. I think that's seed 6 for them. They will be taking on the Eagles or the Bears in the first round of the playoffs. That'll be a good game, though. And then for the evening, we will be having Ravens Steelers. That's going to be a fantastic game. Look forward to calling all of those. And then I will also be calling the playoff games as well. We got 2 games lined up for Saturday, January 10th. We got 2 games lined up, actually 3 games lined up in the wild card for Sunday. Then we got the wild card Monday, January 12th, another game. So there'll be a lot of games that first week of the playoffs. I will call as many of the playoff games as I possibly can. I will not be able to call the Super Bowl, but I will be calling every game I possibly can to get to that point. So let's see. Then you can make all the dad jokes. Absolutely. I can make dad jokes. Dan Lanning billboard material. Also, you save money if you don't drink too. It is true. It's pretty expensive. Save me at least $100 a month. I didn't drink too much, but it's so expensive that you get like a 20 pack of something. You're spending like $30, $40. When I hear duck hunt, I think of that dang laughing dog on the Nintendo game. That's funny. Alrighty. I gotta finish editing my Cardinals recap video. Everyone be on the lookout for that one, where I disappointedly talk about the Cardinals game. I'm gonna try to get that up tonight. But other than that, we'll see you on Saturday, and then we will see you the week after for all the playoff games. So have a good night, everyone. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.